Buddy, listen, man, I could run the fucking Today Show blindfolded, okay?
Did you hear Trump's news conference today? Oh, my God.
Oh, shut it. God, what do you start with me for, huh? I don't
know
do
with the
this
Prime
shit,
Minister, he is so funny.
You and your family can't lose it.
Who is funny?
This horrible disease. If you or someone you
can
know
be.
is abusing
Oh
alcohol,
my God.
prescription drugs,
No, what I'm saying is he was patting himself on the back. I've done more than any president ever in the last 160 days. Just look it up.
He has. Look it up.
And he says, in all these countries, he's next to the Prime Minister of England. If she takes my advice, she'll be a winner.
That's right.
He said, but if she doesn't, London is going to the wolves. London is being taken over. England is being taken over by immigrants.
And what, you don't agree with him?
And oh my God, were the Arabs, not Arabs, but the Muslims were protesting.
London now.
I hear that Brits are a minority.
Well, they are, that's true.
And they got out of Brexit because they were afraid. No, but they feel like Trump is influencing hate over there.
Well, they feel that way here.
I just heard that London became one of the murder capitals of the world.
The Troubleshooter.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino, your Troubleshooter. I've been saying this every day. Well, weekdays for going on 40 years, not quite 40 years here in Denver, longer if you count elsewhere. Started my career in upstate New York. So you got people from upstate New York, hey. Then I went down to Florida, hey. Went to North Carolina, hey. Out to Denver, hey. And I am going to go anywhere my mission takes me as far as helping people. 303-713-TALK is our phone number. Isn't it wonderful to have a show where you don't have to worry about me trying to change your religion or your politics or your way of life? All I want to do is help you. Everyone wants help. We all can agree on that, right? I mean, everyone needs help from time to time, and that's what this show does, helps. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Here's what we're doing. First, this hour brought to you by Ideal Home Loans. For your next Ideal Home Loan, we have sponsors. Yes, we do. I'm sorry, we do. We have them. But what I try to do is give you only the best of the best when it comes to sponsorships at referralist.com. Hey, by the way, if you have a problem right now, a question or complaint, you can call and get in. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Fridays are car days. Car days. So every Friday is a car day. We emphasize cars. That doesn't mean we only talk about cars. We talk about anything near and dear to your heart and pocketbook. And as I said, Ideal Home Loans, you don't get much closer, right? Ideal Home Loans, they have the interest rate guarantee. That is probably one of the number one reasons to go there, that interest rate guarantee, no matter what interest rates do. If they go down over the next 2 years, they will refinance you free of charge, or they will, refinance you. Whether you refinance or buy, they'll do it over again for you free of charge if rates go down. So check them out. IdealHomeLoans.com, 303-867-7000. One other thing, their pre-approval is like a cash deal. In today's market, you might need it. Man, is it competitive. IdealHomeLoans.com, 303-867-7000. Our guest today, one of our guests, Tom Maggio. Tom is with Hands On Auto Tech out of Longmont, a really good shop. We've known Tom for years now. We love to have him as part of our deal. And he's up on Vista View Drive, Longmont, beautiful area, growing like crazy, right, Tom? Growing like crazy?
We are growing like crazy, and Tom, I love being here with you because just like you, we love to help people up there in Longmont.
How do you get the word out to new people moving in? How do you get it out? Do you have door hangers or anything? What do you do?
You know, Google and Yelp. We keep 5-star ratings on both by taking really good care of our customers.
Have you ever had any reviews that were unfair?
No, everybody's been pretty honest.
That's cool. I often wonder about that. And people, if you want to know more about Tom, you can look for him at the Referral List, referralist.com, or we'll be giving out his website and also his number. And then, Tom, I know you have a good website here, but I think you should get another one too. And I'll tell you why. on auto tech, hands-on auto tech. I mean, that's the name of your business. It's a great one. But I would also come up with something else. I'm going to start urging my people to try to come up with websites that don't have their business name in it. There's a reason for that. I want their business name. Now, could you imagine if you could have both? Like if you had, I hate to give whoever has this the business, but denverplumber.com, you would be, oh my God, that would be great, right, if you could do that. But if, when it comes to websites, people, if you have any questions, we have done so much research recently on website names, and also this thing called SEO, which is going away, the artificial SEO. It's just going away. And there are ways to optimize your visibility naturally and organically, but the manipulation, the SEO, those companies, they're really, they say they're doing something, but they're not. Well, we can also talk about digital marketing and social marketing. You know, most everyone says if you're not online marketing, forget it. You're dead. You are dead if you're not online doing your marketing. So what is on your mind today, Penny? What's going on, Penny? What's happening?
So my daughter bought a car from Arapahoe Hyundai, a used car.
Arapahoe Hyundai. Mark, did you ever deal with them?
I just bought a vehicle from them probably less than 6 weeks or 2 months ago, whatever the hell it was.
How'd you pick them, Mark?
Price. Purely price.
Okay. Go ahead, Penny. What happened?
So she bought it on June 18th, and then 2 days later, the check engine light came on. So she took it
What
back
year was
in.
this car, Penny?
It's an 05.
An
and it had
05 what? An 05 what?
Mazda 6.
Oh, did we start talking about this? I thought, for some reason, I thought I heard this, but okay. An 05 Mazda 6 at Arapahoe Hyundai, and the engine light went on, and now what?
Right. So we took it back, and they pulled the code on it, and it was for a coolant thermostat failure.
Mm-hmm.
So they said they'd replace it for $285.
Okay.
And we said, well, she's had it less than 2 days. So
yeah, but we have this discussion a million times. When you buy used cars as is, that's life. However, everyone feels the same. Everyone, no matter what I say, everyone feels the same, and there must be a reason. Because it's that factor that, okay, technically I bought it as is, but come on, I only had it a few minutes, and I get you. So did they do anything for you?
No, they didn't. So, and that was fine because we bought it as
yeah, but you should have gone somewhere else, though, to get it fixed.
We did.
Okay.
So we took it to our mechanic, who's like Better Business Bureau.
Stellar.
Plus,
somebody you love, somebody you know, somebody you've been around. Okay.
Right. So they did and the second part was she was going on a road trip to Chicago in a couple weeks. So when she took it there, she
right.
said,
you needed something.
Inspection?
Right.
Yeah.
So you went, by the way, to where to get it fixed. Do you mind saying who your good guy is? You don't have to. I mean, I'm just.
No, I'm sure that they would appreciate the good word.
Who do you love?
Eagle Automotive Services in Littleton.
Okay. And how did you find them years ago?
Just through online, you know, good reviews, and they're close to our house.
All right. Well, thank you. We're always looking for good people. That's why I asked. So, okay, keep going.
Okay, so we took it in there, and they did the check. They did a full diagnostic.
This is the place you like,
right? The Eagle.
Now, why didn't you do that before you bought it?
Because well, you know what, we should have, but we didn't.
So what did your Eagle people, the good people that you like, what did they find out about this used car that your daughter bought?
So the check engine, they came up with the same code, but they took it out and they couldn't get it to
they couldn't.
The thermostat needed replacing.
Right. So what happened? Did they do it?
So yes, we ultimately had the thermostat replaced.
What's the problem today?
Okay, so she took the car about a week after that and was on her way to Chicago. They checked the rest of the car out, and they said, change the oil because it's really dirty. They said that, you know, other than that, the car is solid.
Okay,
so I don't think you'll have a problem.
What's the reason for the call today?
So she was on her way to Chicago, and she was in Iowa, and the engine blew up.
Oh, my God. Hold on. What do you mean blew up? What do you mean? What's wrong with it?
Okay, so
without the story, no. Let's hop to the right now, and then we go back for details. What's wrong? The engine seized for no oil. It overheated. What's wrong? Get to the problem first, then details.
When it got towed back to a mechanic, there was no oil in it.
Okay, so it was oil starvation. This was right after she had taken it to the good people that you like, who looked it over. Okay, what do you think happened?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think that Arapahoe Hyundai set out to sell us a bad car.
All right, but Eagle didn't find anything wrong with it.
Right.
All right, hold on. We got to figure this one out. Before we go to break, Dave, you have a kudos for someone. I love kudos. Anyone can call with kudos or an on-air live review. What do you want to say, Dave?
Well, I used Cracker Jack mudjacking a couple days ago.
Thank you.
And I can say nothing but good things. They are terrific. Hector was the gang boss, and he did a great job, and his two helpers were fantastic.
Good. I'm glad that you had a good experience, and I love people giving me feedback.
And I bet you're happy the trip hazard's gone, whatever it was.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, what was wrong? What did you have them do?
Well, I had a corner of my second driveway sink.
Oh, wow, that could be bad. But I'm glad they were able to fix it. Thank you very much. You know something? We truly believe in what we do. This is not a Johnny-come-lately. I did this referral list 30 years ago. And I've been referring great people, like, for example, Genesis Total Exteriors. You know, nowadays with home improvement, people just taking money and running, you need someone you can trust. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. They do everything on the outside of your home. They also do, in the winter, they do interior jobs like bathrooms and kitchens. But here's what you need to know. All of your hail damage, all of it can be put on one estimate, and they can do it all under their jurisdiction. Genesis Total Exteriors, 303-679-8509.
This report is brought to you by the Flood Control District of the 7-county metro area.
Got a crash on the southbound side of I-225, approaching I-25, backing you up to Parker Road. Pack your patience on that stretch. Good news on the west side of town. Traffic flow getting back up to speed on the northwestbound side of C-470 at Alameda. Earlier stall has long cleared off the highway. A northbound I-25 slow downtown starting in Alameda, heading up towards Colfax. Southbound slow on the north end of town on the approach to 120th. Watch out for cones slowing you down on that stretch.
My busyness is shops are way busy. Yes, I'm playing golf.
Everybody's slamming, it sounds like. It's good, man.
Finally picked up. Okay.
Charlie's the person answering my phones, so I want to let people know that's who they ask for when they call.
Is it a man?
It's a man, Charlie.
Why would you ask that?
And we're helping people. You can have a Charlie girl.
A lot of Charlie girls.
Charlie girl?
Yeah.
Have you ever met a girl named Charlie?
And we're hiring.
Charlie? All right. I've got to call bullshit.
You got to be careful on the hire. I'll mention it, but let me tell you why. It's a sign of your weakness sometimes to people if they think, oh God, they can't keep up with the work.
If it's not a good idea,
there's a way to work it. I just want to let you know that. And I always tell them the same thing.
I'll take your advice.
When people say stuff like, oh, like one of our HVAC companies one time said, we're desperately in need of these people, blah, blah, blah. Then you don't want people thinking, and they were doing signing bonuses, and it sounded like, oh my God, they're just going to send anyone to my house, you know, anybody who knocks on their door. But I know how to be behind. It's just, it's always growing is a punch. Growth kills more business than not. Do you know there have been so many people? There's a guy called Stardust, and they still tone 303-421-7100. KHWindows.com. Why don't you go to their website? He was going to make appointments right on the website. KHWindows.com. TV was the only time. There was no internet. And he did the most spectacular advertising. And his sales tripled. And he was on the way to stardom. Everything. He said he couldn't keep up with it. And he failed. And he said, the formula's there, but without the execution, you're dead. Or the people. Now, Jake Jabs did the same thing. He put everything into advertising. Everything.
And killed it.
And kept meeting demand. He just did it. But anyway, what were you going to say, Mark?
I made more off of so I had 2 stores, 5 stores, 2 stores. I made more off the 2 stores both times than I did off the 5 stores.
Yes.
Period. And I had the 5 stores for 5 years. So I had 2 stores, 5 stores, then back to 2 stores. And I made way more fucking money with 2 stores.
Yeah.
It's simply because I couldn't find the right people.
I'm not going bigger, because it is, from what I've heard, to go from where I am to 4 more days, you don't make more to justify the extra headache. But I need a guy so I'm not there till midnight every night.
What's really hard is handling it, and then
finding good help.
It is.
My problem is whatever store I go to with you.
Shark Tank and kids watch that.
Oh, wow.
Good. That's the first thing they ask people. When sales go up, things go through the roof. How are you going to handle that? Well, we got the supplier, and they can do this, that, and the other.
Walmart, baby. Almost $88. What'd you buy it at? What would I buy it for yet?
Mark,
look it up.
I will tell you that taking your advice, I have lost so much fucking money.
Whoa!
I'm just
Look it up. How much did you buy it?
Hold on a second.
I think I got you in around 84.
Well, we're letting the world know. Okay, let's do this. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care. Let me see. I got to find out where I put it. Because I did the, I thought oh man, I didn't do the app. I want to do the app. I thought I did it, Mark.
Oh, download it right on your phone.
I know, but
just put in Ameritrade.
What? Didn't we do that already? I thought, okay, I'm going to do it.
What day did you buy it? I don't know.
I don't know, Mark. I'm going to look, though, and I'm going to tell you something. I need to get,
that's amazing.
I know, it's wonderful. Is Bank of America doing all right or what?
Bank of America is going to be doing all right.
But you okay, is
Don't
it lower than when I bought it? You wanted me to double down.
I did, and if you did double down, you'd be up about $3,000.
I know, but
I doubled down.
Look, I got to get to it.
Rolling around in the wagon.
Actually,
no, I've had that boot up.
You might be down a little bit on it, but you're right about there. But you should be way the fuck up on Wall. You should be $4 a share easy on Wall. And they have a dividend.
Martino, Art of Granite. What do you think of when I say Art of Granite, Mark? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
I love the fact I took a picture.
What do you like?
A picture.
What do you like?
And, you ready?
Yeah.
He gave me an estimate and came in, I think he was about $5 off.
Okay, $5. Okay.
We wasn't off.
No, he does give you
prices on. He'll give you a price on the phone. It's amazing. Now, Art of Granite has a very simple philosophy. Okay, we don't charge for any extra stuff except the fabrication and installation. In other words, tear out, haul away, free. The wholesale on materials, always, except the cabinet's a small markup. Now, wholesale on all granite, he's a direct stone importer. On granite, whatever quartz, whatever stone you want. And then he also will do the bathroom for you when you do the kitchen. So you get a lot of added value. And Mitch Floria does it with art in mind and value, artofgranite.net. Listen, when I recommend people, I'm recommending them from the heart. These are people that I get to know.
And use.
And literally use. So here's the number of Art of Granite, 303-386-5919. 303-386-5919, artofgranite.net. Now, I'm going to tell you, I, honest to God, would never have anyone do a commercial that I would not use, that I don't believe in. And here's something you need to know, okay? We are paid for commercials. This is a business. But never, ever does anyone get on the referral list or on the show unless they are thoroughly checked out.
Hey, and I got it.
You cannot say that about Angie's List. You cannot say that about Home Advisor. You can't say that about Team Logan. You can't say that about any other radio show. You can't say that about Channel 9. You can't say that about Channel 4. You can't say it ever. There is no one who personally looks at each and every single contract. What were you going to say, Mike?
I was going to say this, shameless plug for ourselves, but if you think you have what it takes to be on the referral list, and you own even a small business, hit referrallist.com, our new advertising campaign. You're probably hearing this everywhere in the state. Referrallist.com, join now.
Now, Penny says, the engine light came on. Okay, bottom line, they bought a car and the engine blew. What is the dealer going to do? Probably nothing. It's as is. But I don't understand. How do you go to a repair shop on one day, and then how many days later or how many miles later did it seize for complete oil starvation? How many miles?
It was about 850 miles later.
850. What exactly did her service do at Eagle? And by the way, you're not complaining about Eagle. These are the guys you like that do your normal maintenance. What did they do during that service?
So they tried to get the thermostat to stick and see if that was what the problem was.
And when they could not find a problem, what did they do during that visit?
So then they did the diagnostics, and they did an inspection for us just because of the trip that she was taking. And
they didn't find anything.
Well, I mean, they found things, but nothing related to the. I mean, the oil was super dirty.
But I mean, you didn't do. Did you spend any money with them?
Yeah, we did.
How much?
We spent $110 for the diagnostic.
All right.
We spent $35 for the oil change, and then for the thermostat replacement, we spent, I think it was $335 or something like that.
Okay, so I don't know what to tell you.
Now they did say that that other than the thermostat, it could also be they had pulled something that said that. Let me just read this because I'm
Penny,
not a mechanic.
You don't want to hear this, but the car was as is. How many miles on it?
It had 132, I think.
So really, it's the same exact story. Used car, as is, engine seizes. Now, by the way, even if she had it checked out, I don't think they would have found it. Al Aramis is with us as well with Pro Auto Care, and Tom Maggio from Hands On Auto Tech. Either one of you guys, could this be predicted? I mean, this happens. Can this be predicted, Tom?
At my shop, I tell my customers we're human beings. Even when we work on your car, and even with the quality we do, I say check your oil a week after your service. If you're going on a big trip, check your oil at the gas
periodically.
Stations. You need to check this
Al,
stuff.
can this be predicted?
Yeah, no, and that's
Can I just add that she checked the oil? We made her check the oil. She checked it in North Platte, and then she checked it again in Iowa.
Be curious if she got an oil analysis.
How many miles in between from the? When was the last time she had checked the oil from the time it was complete starvation?
All right, she checked the oil the
just
last
how much time, basically, just without?
I'm going to guess it was maybe 200 miles.
Okay, something is drastically wrong.
Did they say the engine seized because of oil starvation, or was it internal?
Well, all they said was that when they towed it back to the shop, the dipstick was dry.
Okay, Penny, what do you think should be done? Tell me, what do you think? What do you think?
You know, I mean, I know it's cars as is, and like I said,
that's why I'm asking you. I know you're an adult and you realize that, but what do you think? And I'm not saying this, I promise you, to give you a hard time. What were you hoping we might say to you that, oh, Penny, we're going to get your money back. This is ridiculous.
Well, let me tell you what they've offered. After I finally got to talk to the
What did they offer? Not the story, but the offer.
If we tow the car back from Iowa, they'll fix the car for parts only, and they won't charge us labor.
If that's true, that's a good deal.
And I would ask that to be put in writing, get an estimate, know what you're agreeing to, because she don't want to come back and all of a sudden it's $5,000 in parts.
Hold on. But she can't do that before she has it towed.
No, she can have it towed, but they can estimate that motor. They know the VIN number.
I understand that. So ask them, worst case scenario, if the engine has to be rebuilt, what are you looking at in parts? And then if you decide it's worth it, or maybe we can have Al look it up too and have Tom look it up. In other words, I think the engine, if you're going to open it up, if it's seized, you're going to need to rebuild it, right?
Well, they're probably not going to do that, Motor Tom. Nobody does that. The truth be known, they're going to grab a used motor or they're going to get a reman. Because when you internally take apart an engine, you can't predict costs because you send it in a machine shop and now all of a sudden you need stuff.
So they would only have to put a used engine in it with 100,000 miles.
That's what they're going to do, and that's a good way to go because there are some available with warranty.
Here's what we do. We have to, first of all, get you a tow at the most reasonable rates possible.
Where is it at now?
Where is it?
Oh, it's in Walcott, Iowa. It's about 825 miles.
Oh, Lord.
It's going to be.
Yeah.
It might be worth more than the car. It might.
It is.
It might not be worth it.
I was going to say, we've got some great tow trucks.
No, I'm dead serious.
That ain't happening.
Did she finance it?
Yeah. And my husband co-signed on it.
You might just get it fixed there.
Husband co-signed.
Oh, boy.
Penny,
Have them shop there for a used engine.
Bringing it back here is not worth it. Is there a shop out there?
To get the engine fixed?
Yeah. Is it at a shop right now?
It was. I mean, they were going to start.
Where is it now?
Well, now it's in the storage yard because they were going to start charging.
Can we call that shop, Clint? Call that shop. See what it would cost. I think to put a used engine.
Do they have another vehicle they could tow it back here with a U-Haul tower?
Well, I mean, there was some discussion about that. I don't know how much that would end up costing.
Penny, I'm going to say this, that I don't think it's worth it, any of this. How much did she pay for this car?
Almost $4,700.
Oh, it's not even
what did
worth
she
that
put
much.
down?
She traded in her old car, got $500 for it.
I wonder if Arapahoe would give them whatever that out-of-pocket would be towards the repair somewhere. Because that out-of-pocket is something. The parts equal something.
That's
exactly right.
If you ask, okay, we're going to put Deputy Clint on this to talk to Arapahoe and ask Arapahoe Hyundai if they were line iteming the help. Let's say they were willing to give $500 in help. Would they give $500 toward another engine and just wash their hands of it? Penny, they owe you nothing. That's unfortunate.
And they're not bad people.
They owe you nothing. Now, we have so much to talk about on cars today, okay? So please hang on. Seth, though, has a home inspector problem. Seth, just start the problem. What is the essence of the problem, and then we'll get the details.
Well, the essence of the problem is that the buyers of my property hired an inspector. They nitpicked my property, which and then sent me the list of stuff that they wanted to repaired. But when I went to go look at all this stuff and I had a contractor come in and take a look at it, it was already done.
By the way, hold on. This is wrong. When a home inspector inspects, don't ever offer to do the work for the buyer. And buyers don't ever demand a seller to do the work. But his is a different problem altogether. We're going to examine the entire issue coming right up. Right now, the issue I want to highlight is stem cell therapy. Everyone has aches and pains. I do, you do, let's face it. As we get older, even young athletes. One thing I really want to stress. Most people, I want you to hear me, most people do not need stem cell therapy and are not candidates. Stem cell therapy is a great alternative. Now, here's what I love about Centeno Schultz. Centeno Schultz they're MDs, registered nurses, and they tell you the truth because they don't do just stem cell therapy. They have other therapies available. But if you need, and if you're a candidate for stem cell, they'll be honest with you. And they do true living stem cell therapy, unlike these other offices where chiropractors have amniotic fluid they inject in you. And these chiropractors will always tell you, you need it, you need it, you need it, you need it. They lie and they cheat. Please don't waste money on fake stem cell therapy, especially Stem Cell Institute of America and those who brag about it. Centeno Schultz, the real deal. Please at least consult them. 303-963-9201. Look for Centeno Schultz also on my referral list at referrallist.com.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station with Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
Got my grocery list. Bread, check. Cheese, check. Chicken. Wait, I don't see any chicken with the Redbird label. Oh, here it is.
Redbird is the only chicken I eat. For more info, go to redbirdfarms.com or visit King Soopers, Safeway, or City Market.
Never worry about breakdowns with Pro Auto Care. You'll have total peace of mind knowing you'll never be stranded because Pro Auto Care offers free roadside assistance for each and every customer. When Pro Auto Care services your car,
just because someone sits in and takes over, what would they owe you? Nothing. There's no brand. If someone comes in, they do their own show. There's no brand. There's nothing to continue. That's where I said, referrallist.com and Troubleshooter and consumer advocacy. My thing can exist apart from me. Now, someone has to do it similarly, but they're not listening. I know they're listening for me, but not just for me. Not just for me. They're listening for the concept. They're not. What's the concept for roasted or boiled brain?
Well, what is it? My answer to that would be the Today Show, the fucking Donahue Show. Any of these, they've always been able to work in other people.
They have a brand. It's not. The Tonight Show, okay, it's a show, but it lives or dies by the host. They're not carrying on.
Is this the Thornton Car Care Center?
The Phil Donahue Show. You won't have the Phil Donahue Show when you go. You just won't have it.
Nobody created a bunch more, but you're right on that.
But
how about like The View?
Okay, but Mike Rosen.
They find a bunch of liberals and rotate the shit out.
Mike Rosen is Mike Rosen. He didn't create a brand.
Yeah.
Peter Boyle's never created.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why he, like Peter.
Why
wouldn't
what
he?
Brand do you create? What do you
His
create?
Conspiracy type shit.
Okay,
he
like
could have
Art Bell did.
Yes, like Art Bell. Exactly like Art Bell.
He called his show whatever after dark, and then whatchamacallit took over. George Noory.
Yeah, and he's doing good. Art Bell did. Art Bell did it fucking perfectly.
He did a brand.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, even though with a brand, people listen to the person. The brand can live. But talk show people don't create a brand. That's Ross Kinsey doesn't have a brand. What brand is it?
No, you're right. In fact, let's get even bigger. Well, no, you know who does have a brand? Who did it very well? Not Rush, the other fucking guy. With the TV news now.
Hannity.
Not well, Hannity definitely, but he doesn't. There's no other buddy but Hannity.
Brand. There's no
no. Who's the other? Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck.
But there's no product. There's no brand.
Glenn Beck created a brand. He does have a brand. He's got what's it called? The Fire.
Yeah,
the Blaze.
Okay, but the Blaze will continue. But his show, Mark, I'm talking about
the show.
No, he did create a brand. That will carry on, just like mine.
Yeah.
But Rush Limbaugh, there's nothing to carry on except him. There's nothing to carry on. You have to have a brand apart from yourself for it to continue. I mean,
my whole point was, why wasn't that foresight anywhere there?
Because, I'll tell you why. Because
Glenn Beck had it.
Because Glenn Beck did.
He was nothing. He was probably even smaller than Rosen.
But it's not akin to that. It's not akin to that. It's not.
Even if it immediately
Okay, you're right. His Blaze is a conservative news service, but it's really not. It's not similar to his show. It's a totally separate endeavor. It's not. It's not an extension of the show. It really isn't.
I guess my point is this: if you were doing conservative talk or liberal talk, for that matter, for 38 years. I think you still, being you, would have created a fucking brand to go
on.
I
was doing open talk on conservative issues. I would have started something called maybe the conservative table or the conservative microphone, where I have guests rotate through. I don't know. I would have. Yeah, you have to have a brand. A brand can't be you, though. So that's the thing. People confuse brands with content or brands with persons. With people. See, Fox News has a brand, and then they have people. Limbaugh has no brand. I mean, he has him, and he's a brand as long as he's around.
Yep.
But I don't give a fuck how popular are you. You don't go on and say, welcome to the Rush Limbaugh Show, I'm Rush number 2. Nobody will believe it. But you can say,
you can create. He attempted to do something, the EI whatever network, which is all bullshit, but he's never brought anybody else into it.
Now, if you had that, but brands are so tricky to create apart from yourself.
Denver's talk station, online at jhout.com.
Well, it's difficult to open up an automotive shop. Most people fail at it.
Right, but that can be a brand, or that can be a person.
Tom Martino here. SimplyFloorsInc.com for floor coverings at its best installation, best guarantees, best satisfaction guarantee, and best prices. Isn't it wonderful? You can go to a small business and get better prices than the big boxes. That is something that I absolutely love. And that happens with SimplyFloorsInc.com. Just go to that website and make your own appointment, and you'll get a great guy behind this company who owns it, Buddy Mitchell, and his wife, of course. They own it together, and great employees, and he loves what he does, and he simply makes less profit. It's a true statement. SimplyFloorsInc.com. Let's talk about this. let's talk about this with Seth. You got something for sale, and the inspector's picking it apart. You know, I sold a house, and it happened to me where an inspector kept, you know, I said, you know, it's like they're insulting your baby anyway. But I don't think that's the issue. So, Seth, okay, you got this checklist, and give me an example. You say this list was there, but when you went to get them corrected, it had already been done?
Yes, the bathtub in the main bathroom has a whirlpool in it, and according to code, apparently you have to have that on a GFCI, which, not a problem. We took a look at it. I hired an electrician to come out, and he inspected it. It was already on a GFCI.
Well,
so that's just one of them.
Well, hold on. Okay,
and
that is no. That's a good example. It is on a GFI, and yet, why did they say it needs to be on a GFI? Why do you think they said that?
Well, I guess anything electrical within 6 feet.
No. I mean, why didn't they know it? Why didn't they know it already was on a GFI? What do you, Tom? What do you think, Tom?
The dude didn't do his job.
Tom, what do you think?
You can have a GFI receptacle in the wall,
or you can have it on
all of them can be links. You can have 6 regular-looking receptacles hooked to one.
You're
GFI.
absolutely right that you can, or you can have a GFI at the circuit. I mean, at the breaker box. But in any case, Seth, the inspector didn't know it, so that's okay. Big deal. You just say it's already there. I mean, that's not a big deal, right?
Well, right. The main issue I have is I had to hire an electrical contractor to come out and take a look at it.
Yeah.
To verify it.
And
so, which, I mean, it cost me $200 to have a guy come out. He did a couple other things, like added a GFCI and a laundry room and a ceiling fan, and that was about it.
Well, okay. I mean, are you saying, look, I'm going through this expense for nothing? Why did you even agree to have these things done?
Well, I agreed to have it done just because we tried to sell this house a year ago, and we had 60 people look at it, and no one put a contract on it.
Something's wrong with this house. If in this market, if you have 60 lookers and no buyers, there's something wrong. What do you mean no?
Yeah, that was a year ago. So,
let me just out of curiosity. What part of town is that house in, or part of the state?
It's at Dublin and Powers in Colorado Springs.
Okay, and out of curiosity, what is the price?
We used to have it on the market for $255. We got it on the on contract for $260.
Okay. All right. So when they came up with this list, were there any other things on the list that were already done?
Not really. I mean, I'm a pretty handy guy, so I kept the house up.
No, so that's the only thing that the inspector made a mistake with?
No, he looked at the deck too and said the deck was in shambles, which it's not. I have a contract.
What did he say you needed to do with the deck?
That there was a couple of screws missing, and that it was unsafe, and that it wasn't permitted or something.
Okay.
And
so I guess
my contractor came in and looked at it and said it was perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with this deck. It's solid.
So I guess I'm asking this. What are you calling about? What can we do for you, man? What can we do?
Well, I was just wondering? what kind of accountability do these inspectors have?
Here's what they have. It's all dictated by contract, but they also have a fiduciary. If they hide something or lie, they could be in trouble. But they also have a contractual obligation to try to find anything that they can. But then they have disclaimers saying if they don't find it, that they're not going to be held responsible if they don't find it. There are all kinds of disclaimers. But I guess what I'm asking, Seth, you sound frustrated, yet you said the inspector found a bunch of stuff, and when you went to remedy the things, they had already been done, and you only told me one, and that was...
it was the GFCI and the deck. Was the big one.
He said the deck was bad, and your guy said the deck is not bad.
Yeah.
So what do you do in a case like that?
I mean, we wrote it. I had the contractor write it up on an invoice and gave it to us, and it's been approved. But I'm just
okay. So hold on. Wait a minute. After his guy said it wasn't good, and your guy said it was fine, you said it was accepted. So the buyers accepted your guy's word for it.
correct.
Okay. Give me just another specific, because we're getting somewhere. I want specific. Give me another one that frustrated you.
Another one that frustrated me was a light fixture in a closet.
Mm-hmm.
He said the light fixture was bad, and they needed a licensed electrician to come take a look at it. All I needed was a light bulb.
Honest to God.
Yeah, truthfully.
Okay, so I guess, Seth, this call is really just out of frustration. What you're basically
Absolutely, yeah.
what you're basically saying is
frustrated.
man, this sucks. You ask what their responsibility is. Their responsibility is to find problems and to point out deficiencies or danger, or even sometimes I've had home inspectors say, hey, this is pretty good. I mean, that's it. Seth, not everyone agrees. You can have two home inspectors that disagree. And one will say, no, this is fine, and another one says, no, it's not. You can also have you almost always have sellers who are just a little miffed because they love, especially ones like you and me, where we take pride in what we have and we think we know how to do everything and everything's perfect. Really, I swear to you. Now, listen, we have a home inspector on our referral list at referrallist.com, one of them. This guy picked my house apart that I was selling. And I didn't like him. Well, no, I liked him, actually, because you know what I did? He pissed me off so much finding deficiencies in my perfect house that when I went to buy another house, I hired him. So even though he was on the opposition side when I first met him, then I hired him to be on my side when I was buying. But if the truth be told, their intent is not to pick things apart. Let's just go to the horse's mouth. I want to ask him a question because you had a good question, and let's get the inside dope on this, because now they don't all operate like Brian Wilcox, Eagle Property Inspections. So Brian, I want to ask straight up, what is your role?
My role is to tell the story of the house. If there's an issue, it gets reported. If there's not, of course it does not. I don't look for things to justify my business. If there's an issue, there's an issue.
Yeah, so in other words, you don't feel compelled to have to tear things apart.
No.
Okay. Do you ever make other comments like, wow, this is really nice, or this is one of the best jobs I've seen, or anything like that?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I compliment people on their work. Most definitely.
Yeah. So, Seth, do you have any questions about the industry? Because you have someone who's very active in the industry, and he knows both the good and the bad. So do you have any questions for him?
Not really. I was just wondering, I mean, because it did look like this guy was just trying to justify his job, and it was just a bunch of little nitpicky stuff that didn't seem like it was necessary to put on an inspection report, you know?
Tom?
Yes, Brian?
Tom?
Yes.
On the GFCI issue is that all jetted tubs are required to have a GFCI on their own circuit. You can't tie those into another GFI. And also, Whirlpool hot tubs also have to have their own GFCI, not tied to another circuit.
Okay, so they have to be independent of everything.
Yeah, there's actually two GFCI circuits in that bathroom. One is tied to the outlet on the sink. The other one is for the Whirlpool.
Exactly. That's perfect.
Okay, so Brian, what about like a deck? When they find, decks, a lot of decks are crap, really. But did this guy, Seth, really say it was dangerous?
Yeah, he did. He said it was unsafe, and I'm not sure what he was looking for, because I inspected every inch of that deck. There wasn't any screws missing. None of the rails were loose. We had pressure-treated wood underneath the deck for support. I just don't know what he was looking for.
Well, anyway, Brian Wilcox, thanks for calling in. Eagle Property Inspections. Look for him on my referral list. You won't do better than him, I'll tell you that. Now, Seth, in a market like this, and for anybody selling, don't do them. Don't agree to do them. You say this, look, here's the house. If you want, and if you feel like it, sellers, you say, I'll give you an allowance, and give them an allowance, but never do the work. It'll come back to haunt you if it's not done right. I'm telling you, it's not the way to go. And buyers, you should not want them to do the work because they're only going to try to find a way to get it done and get out of there. 303-713-8255, Joe Lazzara. I hope you never call him and never need him. Never, ever, ever. But take the number just in case. He's a criminal defense attorney. Now, you may say, why will I need a criminal defense attorney? You know, DUI is a crime. Driving under the influence is a crime. Not a traffic stop. It's a crime. 303-429-6200. I'm not trying to encourage this. I'm telling you, don't do it. Use a designated driver, Uber or Lyft, but there are times you miscalculate. You may not think you've been drinking a lot. You may have pulled over last night and slept it off and still legally intoxicated. Please do not ever toy with alcohol and driving. 303-429-6200, Lazzara Legal. Look for Joe on the referral list at referrallist.com.
This report is brought to you by Denver Trial Lawyers.
There's a few slow spots in the drive across the highways in the metro area. Stubborn wreck southbound I-225 approaching I-25 has got you backed up past Parker Road. Might want to use an alternate route for now. Northbound I-25 slow coming out of the tech center. Starting at 225, doesn't let up until you get north of Yale, then slows down again at Broadway, traveling up towards Spears. Southbound slow south of I-70, and westbound I-70 slow in the elevated portion as well. Nothing out of the ordinary there. The weather forecast, mostly sunny. A slight chance of afternoon thunderstorms today with a high near 88. Right now, we got a few clouds hanging out above, and it's 75. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 KHOW.
If you've been hurt by a drunk or distracted driver, call the Denver Trial Lawyers. Denver Trial Lawyers have recovered more money than any other law firm in Colorado from drunk or distracted drivers. You pay nothing until you win. Visit DenverTrialLawyers.com.
Sheridan Auto Tech. Good people. And isn't that what you really want in an auto repair shop? So you get what you need when you need it, and you get it done right. Kevin Calkin, the owner, is honorable and will never sell you anything you don't need. He has thousands of loyal customers, been in business more than 20 years. 303-455-7242. Or visit him in 2 convenient locations. In Lakewood on Colfax just west of Wadsworth, or in Aurora on Havana just south of 6th Avenue. Sheridan Auto Tech.
Pat Miller, Gabby Gourmet. This week, Steve Miller takes the helm with special guests. That's gluten-free explorers. They make the bread better than the real thing. This Saturday, right here, from 1 to 2 on 630 KHOW.
I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. Get a licensed plumber or HVAC tech in your home for just $39. A safe, complete, and predictable way to find out what's wrong. Just $39. If you have them do any of the needed repairs, that diagnostic fee is waived. The best value in heating and air. Online at fixmyhome.com. That's fixmyhome.com.
When your house is in trouble, fix it 24/7. We'll be there on the double.
Consumers Real Estate Show. That's right, a real estate show for consumers. All inside information to help you, the consumer. Every Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m. right here on Talk Radio 630 KHOW. The Consumers Real Estate Show, Saturday mornings at 8 on 630 KHOW.
If you've been injured in a car accident and it wasn't your fault, contact me, John Fuller, and I'll help you recover the money that you're entitled to. I've been helping Colorado victims for years, and I can help you. Set up a free case evaluation at personalinjuryco.com or call me at 303-597-4500.
Hi, this is Ken Moon for Quality First Plumbing. Why Quality First? Because quality lasts. And they have a new phone number. I want you to write this down in case you need fast emergency service, which they offer, of course, 7 days a week. 720-787-4647. And they have a special deal for my listeners now. Tell them you listen to Around the House and get a $55 credit on any completed plumbing job. That's the value of their trip charge. Anyway, right?
I'm going to hit this is like getting an endorsement free. One I'm trying to run right now. It's funny. It's Denver Trial Lawyers, and I just heard them literally out of traffic on this station, so they know the product. It sounded like the traffic guy did it, though.
We were lucky. We were best based in New York. Grumman had aviation. And choose 2 people at high school to do it. Did you do aviation stuff? Did you do 3 years? A power plant and a ground operations. Did you get your rating? It was A&P time to go after that, and that was 1981 regulation. Pan Am, heavyweight failed, all that. I was in New York. There was no way to get a job at the printers. I have Results may vary. Because of my experience and my building claims, as the IRS I've accumulated enough experience that can be documented that I need, you don't have to fear the IRS any longer if you call tax representation. 40 or 60 hours. I need with negotiating with the IRS another several hours of instruction that I can't do just experience and a test. It would take about 15 days. Call the tax representation hotline at 800-295-1046. When would I ever use it? But I'd actually be, and it would be an AI too. I would be able to inspect and do all my own maintenance. I'm not just mine, but I'm certified. But meanwhile, I could get certified. You could certify the inspector. Yeah, every day. So I don't have to do annuals. I can do all my own annuals. I can do it for others too. But I'm thinking about going in October, actually getting it done. If I have to figure out a way to do my show during the day.
It's out of state. Hi, Tom Martino here. Cam Solar, GoCamSolar.com, GoCamSolar.com. That's the website, and I keep saying this because I want you to remember, GoCamSolar.com, then put a /troubleshooter. GoCamSolar.com /troubleshooter. There's a form there. And when you go there and put that, you fill out that form, they'll get back to you, and then they'll let you know, you'll fill out that form, and they'll let you know what you can expect from your solar system. And they get back to you in 20 minutes. And that's GoCamSolar.com /troubleshooter. And not only that, but they guarantee that 20-year performance, and they guarantee bumper to bumper all the equipment 20 years from them and manufacturers. So that's great. GoCamSolar.com /troubleshooter. If you've followed the history of the show, you know we have looked for great solar people for a long time, for a very long time. 303-713-TALK is our number. And listen, we have some guests with us in the studio. Tom Maggio from Hands On Auto Tech, Al Aramis from Pro Auto Care. So when you're selling something and you do a pre-buy inspection at a home, they're going to look for things. Guys, have you ever done pre-buy inspections on cars where you have told people flat out not to buy the car? Any of you guys?
Absolutely, man. Multi-occasions. We get vehicles that they come in, either you're buying something that somebody wants to upgrade, and hey, they took care of that car, or they're getting rid of their headache. And that is so often that you don't know that. You look at the outside of the car and it looks great, but you don't know what's under it.
Have you ever found, Tom, anything trying to be covered up in a car?
A lot of times.
Really?
I'll hook the scanner up and I'll see that they've reset all the codes, and we can tell when they've done that. We can tell when they've removed the battery cables and tried to reset stuff to hide a check engine light.
Holy crap, I never thought of that. They can actually try to reset it. But they can't, with the electronic odometers, they can't reset odometers. Can they easier?
No way. No, you got to have some talent.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
But they're electronic, so it's not like the old drill they used to run backwards, I heard. I don't know if that's a myth. But anyway, let's keep going. 303-713-TALK. I want to take people who have been waiting a while. Okay, Lana. What's going on, Lana?
Hi.
Hi. What's happening, Lana?
Hi.
Hi, Lana. What's going on?
So I took my car to a repair shop in Norton, and I've been going there for several years, and they took it upon themselves to drive my car around for their own personal use.
For how? Wait. For how much did they drive your car?
2,300 miles.
Whoa! Wait a minute, because I hear this often, and I think to people, I say to people, oh, come on, man, if they drove it around the block, they're going to say they're testing it. But are you sure, Lana? How do you document this? How did you document it?
Well, the way I found out was I got an express toll bill where my car was tagged in a toll lane.
Yes.
And I also got a parking ticket where they had went to the Denver County Courthouse, parked, and didn't pay. And
hey, Lana, we need to talk about this, because there is definitely wear on your car. I mean, I don't know if they did anything serious to your car, but what's the name of the place? We're going to call them.
It's Thornton Car Care Center.
Thornton Car Care Center. Let's get ready, Clint, on this one. We'll take it. Coming back from the break. Save all your problems for me.
You've heard me talk about Art of Granite because I just love the way Mitch Floria, the owner, does business. He came to this country in the early 2000s with $300 and decided he wanted to be in the granite business. Art of Granite fabricates beautiful countertops and supplies cabinets direct from the manufacturer. I can't say it enough. Save money. Get prices on the phone. If you're doing a kitchen project, you don't have to run all over and shop around. Call, and Art of Granite will give you a price on the phone. He may want some measurements, of course, maybe a few photos. He'll tell you how to do that. Call him. Get your price. If you like it, you will go to the showroom and pick out your material, your edges, your sinks and cabinets, and that's a small markup from the manufacturer.
What, they give it out as a loan, or use it as a loan, or for the month?
Yeah, that's a loan car. That's a good business model.
Yeah, they got a bunch of horrible reviews. It looks like they're just
you
taking people to the cleaners. Yeah.
My youngest daughter's
Where are you guys at? Longmont.
Okay.
Yeah, up north.
Where in Longmont?
Right off I-25, 3 miles in, off of County Road 3.
Okay.
So we're in Will County.
Okay, cool.
It's kind of nice, unincorporated.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're King Chevrolet.
I am thousands feet east of King Chevrolet.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're on the same exact road. This video. Yeah.
I'm just blown away with that area.
Yeah, we got lucky. I mean, walking into that location because it's just been growing and growing. And we take really good care of our customers. I mean, I don't just say it. You know, I don't have anything to prove to you.
That's right.
We love, yeah. And so it shows, and it's
what's funny for me, I moved here in '82, and I dated a girl that same year. And she lived in Windsor. It only lasted a couple of months, but I would drive to Windsor, and it was like, there's nowhere. The town of Windsor was like, it's nothing. You go over there now, and it's like, all those hills that were all cornfields, it's housing. It's gone.
This guy Joe Pike turned a old bank into a Goodyear store in Windsor. It was the weirdest looking thing. Old downtown.
Remember town of Windsor was a tiny little thing. It was really an old Colorado town.
Yeah, that had to be like 95.
Even Longmont wasn't much. Fort Collins wasn't much. You know, we'd go to Horseshoe Weather World, try to hit the lake, and
I need to find a good HVAC company in
I've been here
Fort Collins, man.
7 or 8 years.
No one
and I've
goes
seen
there.
Firestone go from.
I'm just going to have to call into Fort Collins.
Yeah,
I sent one guy a lead.
He's a home builder, and he's
Hit her with $14,000 for a fucking AC and furnace, 80% efficiency.
That's the whole thing. Wide streets. Road version shop. Fort Collins a lot.
Yeah.
Cheyenne. Trailer just out of the other way. Man, this is nice.
Do you know anybody down there now?
No, it was a long time ago. They used to get Cheyenne was a closer to Denver.
They've got a lot of everything. I mean, you'll on one corner you'll have houses in the low 300s, and then you drive
14
around
grand
the other
for an
corner, you got
80%
houses in the
efficiency furnace
So
and
it's interesting how
AC.
they spaced it and figured out.
Yeah, they did a good job. I would say they did a very good job.
Price fixer's probably $6 grand.
Yeah.
You know, I asked the planner, I said, I talked to a county planner once, and I said, so you must be the guy that makes sure that we have enough food still while you're building all these houses.
Did you download that
He said,
app,
we
man?
don't think of it. I'm like, really? Like, you'll just develop all the farmland till we have no food left? He's like, it's just not something we consider. I'm like, okay.
Hello.
No way.
Thank you for taking such good care of us.
What did you bring in? Wait, can you make some room for roly-poly?
Yeah, no, I know.
Move over.
Oh, I did. I brought him in.
Did you call them?
Which one?
Yeah, we're going to try to get their car back here on a dolly. They have an SUV, and they can rent a dolly.
You're welcome.
Probably a dolly to get back.
I'm talking about Lana. They rode her around on their car.
Oh, no, not yet. We don't.
Hey, good to see you.
Brother's car
We're
care?
going to put you over
You
here.
want
Sit
to
over
go
there,
back?
Rolly man. You're looking good.
So-
Don't lie to him.
303?
Oh, you know it.
Yeah, 303. 427. 55.
By the way,
It looks like everybody's feeling.
this is a project where you can fill in. It's not like you don't get them all.
Well, I'm building a site right now, so I'm in the midst of that.
Let me, who were you building with?
Haas. The one you guys were just talking
You mean you're building a listing?
Yes. That's right.
I don't want to run anybody off here.
No. We're not gonna.
We're just
He's not.
getting,
He's
we're
not.
just
He's
moving
no one.
the chairs around.
Oh,
he's
somebody. Musical chair. See, we get him out. Oh, we get you sat down, Mr. Raleigh. That's really slowly.
And
Forward, right?
So do I?
I got his number.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He's in house here. He's
All right.
here.
Is
He's
he
on.
realistic about that?
I don't think so.
How you doing, Mark?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I don't know. Hold on. It's,
Oh, see you.
Hey, Mark, which one's Miles Christinger?
What do you mean, which one?
is he
In,
no, he's not. I don't think he's black. I don't think. No, Miles is not. He's big.
Okay.
I know Miles.
All right.
Of course I can.
I was
Why am I
just
saying
in
I don't know?
traffic. I was thinking of.
I think he's third floor. Third floor in the back. You know where Tim Spence's office is? I think it's directly under
I've never
Spence.
been called to the principal's office. I don't know.
Wow.
Wow. You know where the coffee is on this floor?
Yeah.
You know what?
It's
I don't
basically
have-
right
I don't have his extension, so she'll
I'll
have
just
it.
have to.
Well, Corey will have. Corey will tell you right where the office is. Just say, where is it?
Yeah, Corey.
Oh, so he's not in traffic.
Yeah, he is. Well, yeah,
Downstairs?
somewhere in there.
No, you're thinking traffic's not what you're thinking. No, no,
Oh,
no, no.
okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, this
He's
is
in traffic.
different traffic.
Lots of
Okay.
stuff.
Drug trafficking.
Yeah, he's in
All right,
drug
so I'm
traffic.
thinking
Whoa.
of the.
Just ask Corey. I think he's on the third floor.
He's
Okay.
you start.
And I'm sorry that I got you involved. I
You
panicked after I scheduled that.
I'm always
And
well,
then
is it
you're like,
my
oh,
imagination
yeah,
or
all of a sudden they
is your
can
hair
do
coming
it,
back?
and then they had sent the
You know that's in your dreams.
That's the reflection of my hair
No,
off.
if
you.
you let it grow, no, I mean, what do you
And then
have?
I just never moved
Like
it.
just a little.
Well, I just don't have much right in here.
But you have.
Well, that's good. Go along with that.
You were just, you know, it's like, hey,
I wouldn't have you go to my place without me taking care of you.
You have
well,
just
it's
amongst
working,
cafes.
so thank God.
You got it here.
But then we'll bring the,
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Mercedes
As
and get
no
that
hair?
filter thing you
Yeah.
were talking about.
You threw it all back. You would
Still
just have like
stinks
a
to
brown
high.
spot.
We
Yeah,
have to
I
get
like
the-
this thing, we comb it up over the top.
Oh,
Wow.
my Trump. Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. This hour brought to you by Fix It 24/7. Where 39 will get you 7777. I'll explain that in a minute here. I'm a consumer advocate. We help people. Now, here's how we help them. Help, information, and referrals, and directly getting involved sometimes. This one woman has a problem. Now,
I'm not saying it's going to ruin her car, but what would you do if you take your car in for service and they use it for 2,300 miles?
That's hard to believe.
I think the most anyone should ever put on a car, what would you say, Alaramas, in your estimation, or Tom? And by the way, I say Alaramas Pro Auto Care, Tom Maggio, hands-on auto tech, and he's up in Longmont, and then Rolly just joined us, Rolly Purefoy from Purefoy Chevrolet. What do you think is reasonable, Tom, for a mile? I don't think
I'll tell you this.
more than a couple miles.
Anytime one of my skilled technicians needs to take a car more than 10 or 15 miles, my service manager, Charlie, will call the customer and get approval to do that extended driving.
Why would they have to do extended driving? Give me a case.
You might have an intermittent problem that only shows up after you've been in the car for 30 minutes or some situation like that.
Yeah, vehicle vibrations and stuff like that, Tom. That's not uncommon where you have to drive a bunch to nail them. And for us, it's typically about 5 to 7 miles. We'll do those. But at that point, we'll call a customer and say, we have a car right now. We drove 70 miles for a problem.
Now, on Fix It 24/7, let me just get this out. You pay $39 to get an expert in your home. That's $39. Once the expert comes, they will find the problem, guaranteed, for the same $39. So you'll never spend more than $39 ever. So you'll find the problem. Now, do you want to fix the problem? Now, they are going to do better than credit you the $39. First, you don't pay the $39, and whatever repair you decide to get, $77.77 off. $77.77 off. We're calling it Lucky 7. So here's what you do. They search and search and search and search, and they find a problem. Then they say, oh, it's going to cost this much. You say, okay, let's do it. Then you subtract $77. If it turns out you don't want to do it, you just pay $39. That's it. And you know exactly what's wrong. That's Fix It 24/7, 720-526-3939, 720-526-3939. It's a safe way to figure out what's wrong, and it's a safe way to get your things fixed, or to know exactly what you're going to pay or not. Now let's talk about this driving. This bothers me, Lana. So you obviously brought it to their attention. What did they say? You said, wait a minute. This car's been driven 2,300 miles. And how did you know 2,300? Now, I realize you found out about the toll, and you found out about the parking ticket.
The last service date on the work order for the invoice tracked the mileage, and I hadn't drove the car, obviously, because I had bought a new car, so it had been parked.
Okay, so you took it from their shop home, and at their shop, when you drove it there to get serviced, they marked down the mileage in. Is that right?
Yeah, well, yes.
How do we know that's correct, though? I mean,
they had it for 4.5 months.
Oh, wow.
But that was okay because she was fine. She had another vehicle.
What was wrong with the car?
The transmission. I took it in because the transmission was slipping.
All right. So anyway, did you end up getting it fixed?
No.
Okay, that's a whole separate issue. Let's talk about the mileage. Since the car, how many miles on this?
On total is 143,000.
Yeah. Since it's an old car with that many miles, and it had problems anyway, it's going to be way less impact than if it was a newer car. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they're still jerks for doing it.
Of course they are, and it's improper no matter what. Did you have anything to say?
No, I just said I was just thinking the same thing. There, it's still, like Mark said, it's still it's in their care and custody, and still somebody else's car.
Exactly. So, what do you want? Let's start there, Lana. What do you want? You know, I know why you'd be pissed. I would be too. What do you want? It's a fair question.
I want my car to be returned back to the condition that it was in before I dropped it off to them.
Now, she says there's $7,600 worth of damage.
Now, wait a minute.
On a 2006 Mazda.
Now, Lana, you absolutely deserve to have that car not in better condition, but the same condition as when you dropped it off. You absolutely deserve that. But as Suzanne brings out, or points out, $7,600 worth? What is wrong with the car that they did in 2,300 miles? What's wrong with it?
So the brakes are smoking on the front right side of the car. They did the last brake repair maybe 6 months
Okay, so let's
prior.
just keep going. Brakes, what else?
There's tears in the leather seats. There's a dent in the driver's door with a white scuff mark going down the side. The transmission, of course, was drove 2,300 miles with it slipping already. So I had Mazda do...
So now
this car's totaled.
Wait, yeah, I mean, the car's not worth anything. But hold on. The transmission already had trouble, so you're saying it has more trouble? Wait, there's no way to quantify that. Lana, most likely the transmission was shot to begin with, and you don't get more shot than shot. If you needed a transmission and they drove it, it's not going to make you need the transmission more or make it more expensive to fix. I can almost guarantee a car with 142,000 miles whose transmission is slipping did not get much worse in 2,300 miles where they would owe you anything. I would refuse to have them take responsibility for that transmission. I mean, come on. I mean, this is not a normal situation. Do they owe you brakes? Yeah, if they burned out your brakes, they would owe you brakes. The tear in the leather, if you want, is your interior in good shape?
Oh, it's immaculate.
Okay, if it's immaculate and they tore that leather, sure, they should have that repaired. I'm with you. And the dent, I'm with you on all that.
We're still nowhere near $7,200.
No. But she was probably attributing some of the transmission. You're not. You're never going to get any of
And
that.
how do you prove this?
No,
we'll go back to that.
Right. What did they say when you said the miles?
All right. So anyway, what was their explanation? What
did they say?
That's a good point. What was their first explanation, or excuse, or response?
Right. So Mike Lopez, who
not the story. What was their response? Let's see. You can write to the response like they said.
Basically, they said that they would have the business insurance cover it, and they would get back with me.
Okay.
And I never heard anything. They avoided my calls.
When was that? When was that they said that?
A couple weeks prior.
I don't think Garage Keepers is going to handle some employee driving around that vehicle.
No.
Right, which is why I filed the small claims.
And
case
I
against
think
the
you're
company.
smart doing that. I think you're smart.
What's the name of this
It
place?
depends on what you're suing for.
Thornton Car Care Center.
Hold on. Let's get back to this, okay? Brakes, leather, dent. Let's get to the small claims. Here's why I'm saying this. Because if I don't do it now, the judge is going to laugh you out of court. So I want to make sure that you got some good damages to go for, okay? How you argue it legally is up to you. However, I will say I know what is a damage and what is not a damage that anybody would say is a damage or not a damage. I mean, I think brakes, it's reasonable. If they burned out your brakes, if they tore your leather, that's easy. A dent, that's easy. What else? Give me some stuff.
The neutralization in the car because there was weed and blunts and everything. Like they basically.
What is neutralization of the vehicle?
To get rid of the stank of the dope.
Or just borrow Clint's machine.
Hold on, that's a legitimate thing. If they truly, if they had to deodorize it, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Man, what kind of shop is this?
How much did deodorizing cost, or will it cost?
It's like a $350 service.
Okay, that's reasonable. What else? Listen, I'm with you on this.
It's like Cheech and Chong on a shop up there.
She sounds reasonable to me. What else?
The power steering. Steering.
Wait. What about that?
The power steering's almost out.
Wow.
So,
it's got 142,000 miles on it. When was the last time the power steering was touched?
A year and a half.
What happened a year and a half prior?
I just got the car, the regular maintenance done on the car.
Okay, you're saying, Tom, this was not a wreck. This was a nice car.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Hey, Tom, what do you think? I see you perched.
Well, I want to know what they charged her for having her car for 4 months and 2,300 miles. And what did she supposedly get done?
She got nothing done, right? You decided not to have it done?
Yeah, when I got the express toll bill, I obviously went up to the location and caught the guy driving away in my vehicle, stopped him, called the cops, Thornton cops, and they told me take the vehicle home.
They're clowns. They're clowns.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. You have so far reasonable requests. Brakes, leather, dent, deodorizing, what else?
Yeah.
What else?
The back where they scratched. There was large, deep scratches by the trunk.
Scratches? What else? I'm with you so far. I'm with you except for
Suzanne's saying no one even answers at this shop, man.
Okay, so guys, you both called and no one answers. That's the response. No one answers. Thornton Car Care Clinic or Thornton Car Care what?
Center.
It's Thornton Car Care Center, but it was recently purchased by a new owner.
Now, when you say recent, hold on a sec.
Yeah, recent.
No, I hope it's not after your incident.
It was after my incident, yes.
Well, then what would
you're
we
done,
possibly
sister.
do?
Sister, you're done. You can't go after a new owner.
No, so Robert Ryberg is still listed with the Adams County Assessor as the property owner, and I filed the small claims prior to the dissolving.
Well, no, you can go after him.
Of the company.
You can go after him, but I mean that new owner doesn't know you.
Even going after him personally, I don't think there's too much of a shot.
Who knows? Is it a sole proprietorship? Was it a corporation, an LLC? You got a problem.
Yeah.
You're not going to get anything, and it's not because I don't think you deserve it. This is a case where I think you're being reasonable, within limits. I think, how much does all that bill come to? Is that if you subtract the transmission?
The mileage.
If you subtract
the mileage, and without the transmission wasn't even included in with the quotes that I got.
And that was $7,600.
Yeah, because the mileage at 23 per diem or whatever the mileage rate is what I took that figure off, which was a large chunk of reimbursement for them driving in.
All right. Well, yeah, you deserve some of that mileage. What per mile did you charge?
The standard, which is 18 cents, I believe, with the federal.
Listen, good luck to you. I mean, really, I'm saying that, and I really mean it. You're not being unreasonable. I don't know. Let's try. We'll try to find this guy too. So, what's his name?
His name is Robert Ryberg.
Ryberg.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Ryberg. Okay? If anyone knows about Robert Ryberg, let us know. And it used to be Thornton Car Care Center. Let's just see what we can do by routing him out a little. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. This is not a good situation. Perhaps you need a used car, truck, SUV, or van? Rocky's Auto, 63rd and Federal. They're open tonight till 7, tomorrow till 7. In fact, all their summer hours is 9 to 7. Used cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans. Here's the deal. Not just variety in product, but variety in financing as well. Meaning, they have about 40 lenders to choose from. And family-friendly, kid-friendly, even pet-friendly. It doesn't even have to be a service dog. They're just pet-friendly. Anyway, give them a call or just drop by. It's 63rd and Federal, 303-426-4646.
This report is brought to you by your local Ford store.
Let's start off with the good news. That early wreck southbound I-225 approaching I-25 has cleared out of the way. Traffic flow is getting back up to speed on that stretch. I-25, though, downtown, it's a mess. Northbound I-25 slow, starting at Broadway. Doesn't let up until you get north of Colfax. Southbound slow, south of I-70 traveling down towards Colfax as well, so pack your patience there. And also slowing on the north end on southbound I-25. Stop and go on the approach to 120th, backed up all the way to 144th. The weather forecast: slight chance of afternoon thunderstorms today with a high of 88. Right now, a few clouds and 77. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 KHOW.
The Ford Summer Sales event is on now at your local Ford stores. Get a great deal on America's best-selling brand of fuel-sipping cars, versatile SUVs, or built Ford tough trucks. But hurry, like some of these deals won't last forever. Get to your local Ford store today. Ford, go further.
Do you hear that? Opportunity knocking. Save thousands on new Champion windows and other exterior upgrades. Announcing the Champion Your Home Sale. 30% off new Champion Comfort 365 windows. 25% off new siding and sunroofs. Plus, get 60 months low-interest financing. I'm Tom Martino, and I wholeheartedly endorse the...
Is it the shop or is it you?
I was about to be a smart button. Just say, did you find any button there? It's good.
Could you smell the button?
Make up the difference.
You know, why don't you just smoke that button? Then you won't have to worry about it.
You don't have to worry about the car.
You won't be concerned about that.
That would have been way too much of a smart. All right, guys, this one that's stuck in Iowa, here's the things I'm coming up with. They have a big SUV with a Class 3 hitch on the back of it. Who does it? The owner? The owner, yeah. They lost that moss up there. They're putting a dolly on and bringing it home. Yeah, that's...
Since it's only $25 a day for a dolly.
Yeah, but will they give them $500 or whatever over the wrap?
I'm not going to check there. We have another option. The tow yard I talked to said they could put an engine in it. And then remember that World Engines, that place we dealt with that gets those engines out of Japan?
Yeah, but they want Arapahoe said they would pay for the parts.
Yeah.
But will they just write them a check, or do they need it to come
No, they
in?
said it the other way around. They said that if she pays for the parts, they'll do the labor.
They'll do the labor.
So they probably won't write a check because their labor's probably, what, 15, 20
Well, I haven't even asked them yet because I want to find out.
Yeah, you're right. I thought it was the parts.
Yeah,
I want to find out.
And that's pretty typical. I mean, I would do the same thing.
If we can get a World Engine shipped up there,
Then they're not going to get the labor for free.
No, they're not, but they might do something.
But dragging it down here might cost more than the damn labor anyhow.
Exactly. Well, I don't know. The dollies, you said it's $25 a day?
Yeah, but how much in just gas back and then a hotel and then what do? You wait here for a week while they're putting an engine in?
Stopping you from refinancing to a better rate.
But how the fuck's the car there? It broke down there.
Yeah, the daughter was driving it. Their daughter was driving across the
let me try Sydney.
Oh, so her intent was to come back here.
Yeah.
I'll let you
Well,
know.
I'll bring the car back here on the dolly.
Okay.
You know, people are so busy.
But he was asking me questions that I couldn't answer, so I think that was. Well, he said why. And I go, well, because our list have changed.
Our list is what?
I said the list has changed.
You know, why do people care? I mean, for tips on how to improve your credit, right?
Yeah, he said if you just send him the list.
Competitive rate mortgage.
So,
well, can you type that up? I mean, I could, I would. Mine's
yeah, no.
a picture. I don't have a list.
I'll type it up.
Yeah, that
before you send this, you want me to attach it, and then I'll send it to you, and you can attach it.
Yes.
Or online. Or if
so don't do anything until you get that list.
I'll do the list right now.
Thank you. We're going to MP school. It's in, there's one out in the, well, it's a special one now. This is for intense things that are mandatory by the FAA that experience won't suffice for. Okay? And it's out in Carmel, somewhere in California, north of San Francisco, and it's called.
It looks like they have
My
Uber
youngest
up
daughter
there.
is named Pete. My youngest daughter's named
Did you
Pete.
know that?
Oh, I'm sure they do, yeah.
Just the campground is 5 miles from the casinos.
Then how did she get an AP? She had to get the AP to write manuals.
No, we're not walking 5 miles.
She had to take a practical exam.
No way.
She went through the whole school. Yeah.
We have now walked.
I almost got
You need thousands of
the
hours.
motorcycle I wanted.
But I have the experience.
I almost bought it, and then I went back to buy it, and they sold the last one.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. John Fuller is a personal injury attorney. If you get injured, just call him. That's it. Now, that doesn't mean you hire him, but you call him. And he's honest enough that I can tell you to call him, because then he'll give you true, honest-to-God information. Like, hey, you don't need an attorney. Or, here's what you do, bro. Or, hey, take a look at this. Or, why don't you look up this law? Get back to me. He's a very good guy, and he'll answer your questions free of charge. All initial consultations are free of charge. His questions are free of charge. People call him just for information. And listen, if he gets a client, great. But you only pay if he collects for you. 303-597-4500. It's a no-risk deal. Just get the information you need. 303-597-4500. John Fuller. Look for John Fuller, on my referral list, referralist.com, and personalinjuryco.com is his. Let's talk. It's car day, and, you know, we were talking about the car being driven 2,300 miles. What is it worth? She's going to sue the guy, but and then she said it changed hands. But Tom, you looked up online and said Tom Maggio, Hands on Autotech. You said that it changed 3 times in the last year or so?
Interesting thing is, it looks like they changed hands 3 times, with every single time they have horrible reviews. But then you go on Better Business Bureau,
yeah.
and they've been on the same name since 2010.
What's that name they've been on?
The Thornton Auto Car Care Center.
Really?
So
they must do a DBA, a different DBA, doing business as, it's called a DBA.
Trying to hide.
Like you can have a Troubleshooter Network, Inc., being the company, and then you do a DBA as, you know, whatever, the Troubleshooter, or DBA as the pain in the ass. You just do a DBA.
Why the car there for 4 months, though? There's more to it.
I know why, Tom.
Yeah, why?
Because she had another vehicle. She was pretty friendly with the shop, so she was like, yeah, just keep it for a while. Get to it when you can.
That's what it was. Let's keep going, though. I want to get to people who truly have been waiting here. Anthony, what's happening with you? Hello, Anthony.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Me out here.
And thanks for holding.
Yeah, I'm just looking to buy a used car. I was wondering if you could just help me out with what a good price on it would be.
Okay, that's really hard, but pricing, I just happened to write something earlier for Quora on pricing a used car. Used car pricing, I think, the best guide, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, and Rolly, you're the dealer here of all of us. I think what the banks are willing to lend on a car gives you a great indication of value.
God, I don't know if I agree with that.
That's only part of it.
Because they're not going to know the condition of the car.
No.
That's only part of it.
But I'm saying that gives you a place to start, Mark. If a bank is not willing, and I'm not talking about...
Oh, I agree with you. I know what you're saying. If it's too high.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like going to Rockies or Purifoy or a dealer and what they can get financed, because sometimes companies will finance more for a good dealer because they know the dealer has what's called a low, what is that called, default rate or something. You have...
well, then it all goes back to that customer's, their creditability and their credit ratings, things like that.
Of course.
That really is the spectrum right there.
Let's take credit out of the picture and say you have great credit. In other words, what is the value of a car? It's what
it's what it's sold for right then.
Yeah,
what the bank it was worth.
Yeah, but what the bank is willing to finance is a great indicator.
Is it the Black Book or Blue Book?
Lease residual values.
There's Kelly's, there's NADA, there's Mannheim.
You're going to find lease residual values are another great indicator, because no one dealing in that many cars will be off. If for example, with a Mercedes, X amount of years old, a 3-year lease, 4-year lease, pretend it came back on lease. What would Mercedes pay for that? Or what do they want for that car? What is the residual value? So I would use leasing residual values, I would use lending values from banks, and trade-in values.
Well, that residual is established at the time they actually initiate the lease.
Right. But what I'm saying is that you can research what would the residual be on a car like that.
All the numbers are out there on the internet if you just want to do just a little work.
Now, if you give us a specific, we'll
Edmonds
give you a specific.
Will take care of you.
I got a specific for you.
Go ahead. What is it?
It's a 2001. I know it's an older car. I'm going to have it checked. I always do. SOS. It's a 2001 Chrysler Town & Country Limited.
Okay.
89,000 miles.
Oh my God, 89,000.
Low miles.
Yeah, and it's in really good shape.
Okay, listen. SOS inspections, as you mentioned, that's no small thing. Having a good inspection company. Okay, so a 2001. What does the guy want for it?
59.
I'm not even looking it up. I hear these guys typing away. I'll tell you that's too high.
Yeah, I thought
not for those miles.
Kelly's only like 33.
Retail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that, I mean, trade in on that. If you drove in somewhere,
$2,200.
Seriously, if they brought that in a trade, it's a $2,000 vehicle.
Probably, but once again, it's all that relative condition, all those tires, glass, all that kind of stuff that starts adding up real quick.
Well, let's talk about that. What are the tires?
They're almost brand new.
What's the windshield?
It's got chips in it for 89,000 miles.
Okay, so it's original. What about any door dings or any kind of scratches?
How about Norris needs to look at it for sure, because really you're getting into brakes. How about emission stuff on that,
let's
guys?
assume, hold on. Let's assume for argument's sake here, of course, that it's mechanically sound, okay? Let's just assume that. And then see what it's worth. I mean, obviously, you got to have it checked. But let's say, what would it be, truly? I mean, that's a lot of money, but also he's probably saying this is a unique car. I don't think it's that unique. Low mileage is not that great. I mean, low mileage, if mileage is put on the right way, I don't mind miles. They put too much emphasis on mileage.
But anymore, the cars are designed to go for so far and everything. But get your mind around the number and make the guy an offer.
Yeah. What are you willing to pay for it?
I would be comfortable with like 35.
Okay, well, there's a place to start.
Then start at 3.
And you can probably get to where you need to be.
Start at 3.
I like what Rolly said, though. It's going to be worth whatever the hell you or someone else pays for it. That's the value.
In your mind. Yeah. But I'd say, here's a problem. Not a problem, but here's a good thing. You're not going to make a giant mistake anyway with this. If you're going to keep this car, you're not going to make a giant mistake. As long as you know the high end right now, you're fine.
If that's real miles on that car and you take care of it, there's another 120,000 in that car.
Yeah. Think about that.
Hey, got a quick question for you if I can.
Yeah.
How much to put in a mixer for a shower?
A mixer for a shower? If you do it, or do you mean have somebody do it?
Well, help me out. What the hell's a mixer?
Have somebody do it.
A mixing valve.
Hot, cold.
Oh, hot, cold. Got it.
A mixing valve. Do you have 2 there now?
Yes.
It's going to be more than you think, because let me tell you, is there tile on it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's really talk about it, okay? The tile has to come out. The drywall has to come out. And way more than just that area. You got to take it out. Can you get behind it, by the way? Like where you don't have to do that. You can't get behind it? Okay. You're going to have to take the tile out, the drywall out. Then you have to obviously turn off the water and reroute the plumbing through one pipe instead of the 2.
He might not understood behind it, though. So you're saying there's no wall on the other side?
Yeah, there's a room.
There's a wall on the other side, but there's pipes that are behind it that you can't.
Oh. Okay.
Can't get around.
So anyway, then you have to replumb. Basically, the parts are not going to be much. You replumb, put your new set on there, and then usually it comes with a new shower head and stuff. I don't know how extensive you want to go, but you don't have to replumb the shower head. You just have to get the set. And then, so now we're looking probably at over $1,000 because of the tile work, the drywall, the plumbing.
And if you can't find that tile to match, you might be doing all the tile again.
Yeah, like, is it common tile or is it a solid surface?
It's a common tile. I'm going to redo the tile. I was just thinking just about the mixer because it came
I would have Moses do it if it was me. I would just.
He's so busy.
Yeah, he can't.
I don't even.
See, they won't do small jobs like this. What about one of our handymen?
Bobby's great, but he's not going to do it. But handyman not matters. Who's a good handyman now?
Yeah, and that's really, we have to say that because they were taken over by other people. Please don't go to them.
Hey, on the NADA, on that van, basically puts it at $2,500 to $4,000 tops on clean retail, which you shouldn't pay that for.
By the
Handyman Hub.
Handyman Hub.
Good.
Listen, I'll tell you what, okay, Anthony? Not Anthony, I'm sorry. If you want to do this and you really need to get the... Oh, it is Anthony, isn't it? You had two questions. Okay, so on this plumbing thing, you really need to get a price up front, and if they say they can't, then I wouldn't hire them, but they're going to probably have to look at it. So I will tell you this, okay? And I know my people are going to say, why are you saying this? But I'm just going to say it. If they don't like it, tough. I would not go to a retail regular plumber, service plumber. Absolutely.
It's going to cost a lot.
It's going to be too much because they don't have the tile people and the drywall people. All that would be subbed out.
Saying that, you get somebody that doesn't know how to sweat those pipes or whatever back together. You could have serious issues.
But I have other ways to do it. If you know someone who can do the tile and drywall, first of all, do you know enough to take out the tile and drywall without destroying stuff? I would get it. I would take out tile and drywall in a big area. That's what I would do first. Not a real big area because they might have to go beyond that. And then I would have someone come in and do the plumbing. That's the part, and stub it in. That's what I would do first. Then I would... you hire them separately. Then I'd have the drywall and tile guy come back and finish it. That's the way you get it done the best. So you have a plumber, then you can call Fix It 24/7 or someone. Just have them come in for one thing only. You have the valve, you have the thing. Can you please put this on? Now, that's it. And it's done. Once that's done, then you have the guy come back and patch it up. You can have it done really cheap like that. But when you put everything in one person's hands, they start thinking of other people subcontracting, and it's marked up. And it's marked up for a reason, because they take responsibility. As soon as that's opened up and it's under their name, they take responsibility, even if they hire other people. So that's what I would do. Guys, would you do that? Basically, get it all apart yourself.
Yep. Side note, real quick, Denver Custom Food Truck Update coming up.
Oh, we talked about that. We need to do that. Denver Custom Food Truck, because those guys are scum-sucking pigs. Wink and Wink are bankruptcy attorneys I hope you never need. I have so many attorneys I say I hope you never need, like criminal defense and personal injury. Wink and Wink, criminal defense, and I hope you never absolutely need them, because they are truly the worst. Turn off the mic, please. And it's winkandwink.com, 303-410-1720. 303-410-1720. You will love Mike and Gigi. They do a great job for you. They're passionate, and they are, of course, compassionate when it comes to that situation. 303-410-1720. That's winkandwink.com. That background noise drives me fucking crazy. That's why I say that. So kind of keep an eye on that, okay? I'll get it. It's 410-1720. Did I say it? I got it. I think my age is starting to show. I find myself.
Well, I've been here almost a year and I haven't seen you here.
Well, I was gone for a while here.
Where were you? We had families for a long time customer. I'm trying to think. 97, my dad came in.
You lost your
age? Get a 97 bed. Yeah, get that thing. I never had it.
No. I think we both
Hey, if I push this control room and then on,
just immediately
do I talk to them in there?
His number or his place in line.
And then can I quick message them too?
You got to keep anyway. What do you need to say?
Like for instance, I see this fill where to get the control the truck. So if I can ask them something, I say, what truck, and then I can look up the speakers and stuff. Can I quick message, or is it easier to do this?
Yeah. Yeah, my granddaughter.
Testing. Can you guys hear me?
The timing belt in it.
Can you hear this mic?
Yeah, it didn't do what you were supposed to do.
Can you hear this mic? Is he hearing me?
And I am currently.
Yeah, you can hear me okay? Okay, now am I not on air at the same time?
Okay. You can find me 10,000 miles on.
Wait,
everywhere.
Hold on.
I guess I just bought them or sitting on them.
I got to ask. I have a question. Can you hear me without me turning the mic on? Can you?
We sold about a dozen of those little buggers.
I know, but you can hear me.
I'm trying to find one right now. The later ones that had the 6-liter.
But you, okay, but do I have to press this control room button?
Yes. Yellow. Okay.
Yes, okay, but I don't have to turn the mic on if you don't have, okay, I always thought the mic had to be on, but you can just press control room. Okay, that's the thing. You can just press control room, you don't have to worry about the mic. Just press that and talk. He wants to.
So that Phil,
Now,
I think it's speakers for all the trucks.
she's here now. She's here.
Oh, okay.
Some guy just said to me, "Oh, I love your voice on the radio, but not on the phone." All right.
So listen, he wants to ask you something because he wants to look stuff up ahead of time.
Okay.
Tom's a good researcher.
Okay. And then,
So he wants to know what kind of,
The older truck the guy needs the speakers for.
I'll find out for you.
Good.
Okay.
Type it in there and he'll look it up.
Okay. Can you go to line 6 next? She's been
Hey,
holding the
Roland.
longest, and
Why
she's
did the
out
chicken
customer, and it's a
cross the
problem.
basketball
I don't
court?
know what the problem is, but I
The
figured.
extended warranty company doesn't want to cover a motor.
Get to their side.
He heard the ref was blowing fouls.
The wrong mileage.
Whoa!
Let me find out. And then,
It's great for kids'
I'm just
birthday
wondering,
because they look at you.
usually I get the year
What does that mean?
like, oh, that's
You said I could get some kind of update on that metal building. So I just wondered if you did.
I know we're live
I'll talk about it.
Okay, I didn't want him bad.
The guy's name was, the contractor was Harry.
I don't care either way. You have both, so you have.
Make the caller on, we'll do the update.
720.
They said
Yeah,
we're
so
not
go
paying
get
233.
either have Suzanne or you get the caller on hold.
because of the discrepancy of mileage.
Yeah, text me so I can program your number. But you can also message me because I always have Facebook up for the show.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Just everyone keep in mind, when you're not talking, mic's off. Okay, just
So if
thanks.
you're looking for a personalized and affordable concierge healthcare program, then you need to consider a mini concierge program.
Mark your MAGER, right?
Yes.
233-4247.
That was the guy that I was,
For a 50% discount on the initial consultation.
let's see, educated.
My doctor, Dr. Grossman, at 303.
What's that?
That was the guy educated about
Online, visit them at
getting sued for triple and Contractors Trust Act and all that.
Yes.
Belco is offering 2.5%
It may-
APY on a
it makes some
13-month
difference.
CD for a limited time with
Well,
balances of
God,
$10,000 or
he's so
more.
much
No, I don't know if it did or not, but it definitely got shit moving.
Yeah.
So do you have a car audio sponsor?
What? No, get us one. Long as you're good, man. I don't like some of these.
I guess my question was just because I don't want to refer someone or say, hey, go to Crutchfield, and you have a sponsor instead. You know?
No, I know.
No, we don't worry about that.
Crutchfield is great in Europe.
Yeah.
They're all over.
Yeah, I'm going to see if they have what he needs, and if so, there you go.
Pro Auto Care for 25 years.
Yeah, wait till you hear this update.
1,000-mile warranty complete with roadside assistance.
The Roach Coach?
The Roach Coach?
Where's Dan?
Dan went back to Michigan or wherever the hell he goes.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Does he have a problem?
No. It's someone's, I want to say, 60th birthday. His brother. It's a big deal. You need to download that app, Jack. The biggest difference is mine's made by the good Koreans. Your phone's made by Chinese kids that want to commit suicide.
Hi, Tom Martino. 3 Talk 713-8255. And Century RV is a vehicle, right? Today is car day, right? So let's talk. CentryRV.com.
I'm taking mine out today.
Don't you love it? And,
I do.
And don't you love that you have a place right here when things go wrong or right? And they have a service department at I-25 and the 119 turnoff, that exit to Longmont along Frontage Road. And it's CentryRV.com. Century as in 100. CENTURY. CentryRV.com. 303-451-1111. They also have the indoor showroom, air conditioned, by the way, or cooled somehow, over just north of 6th Avenue between Kipling and Sims, next to Woodley's. Suzanne, you're perched. What's going on?
Well, just so you know, Mark's taking my RV out today, so I just wanted to correct that on the air.
Is it registered in your name?
It sure is, Tom.
I'm on the radio, so everything's registered.
Wow.
Yeah. She owns everything. I kid you not.
303-713-TALK. Are we done with him?
Denver Custom.
Are we done? No, I know we have that. Anthony, though, we're done with. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, Denver Custom Food Truck, what's going on?
Well, first of all, they ruin lots of lives.
Let's recap. They take money up front.
For a food truck.
And then they do inadequate or substandard work. And then people get so frustrated waiting for their stuff, they just beg them to get it and just move on. They don't even go after them. And these people have ruined, at Denver Food Trucks, a lot of lives. Now, they both have checkered pasts where they've been sued.
Oh, yeah.
And they've had problems, and they have a lot of problems, and they have both been caught in lies, and they both have basically told us, tough, try to come and get us. Really, it's almost like they are bragging about ripping people off. They are. So people, Denver Custom Food Trucks, in our opinion, they're to be avoided at all costs.
Well, they are now.
Why?
They're gone.
Oh,
I'm going to give you this.
That could be good or bad.
It's great.
People got screwed.
Well, those people got screwed anyhow. It wasn't going to end. They continued in business. They continued to prey on
What happened, Mark?
On May 29th, Commerce City seized the assets of Denver Food Truck so you can go bid on stuff really cheap. And guess what? Denver Custom doesn't get a nickel of it. Not a nickel.
We should go and dance on the ashes.
Door refrigerators, all kinds of stuff. These guys really did suck. They ruined a lot of people. And what they did more than anything, Tom, they would build a food truck that the health department wouldn't even sign off on. So people would prepay for all these fairs and festivals.
Didn't they install a window from a Home Depot?
Yeah.
That would shatter and go everywhere. Absolutely.
Non-tempered, just an ordinary window. Denver Custom Food Trucks. Oh, God, they suck.
They're gone.
Yeah, but I'll bet you Rudy's up to no good. What was his name there? Oh, were they on the Sleaze Brigade? We got to put them personally.
It's so hard to update.
We got to put them personally on the Sleaze Brigade to really, so they're known. So, yeah, make a note for me, man. That is really a big deal. Okay, Mei Lee, I'm so sorry for the wait. I've been briefed a little about this problem, but you bought this car how long ago, Mei Lee?
In 2014, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Mei Lee. And in 2014, you bought the car from where?
I bought it from, I'm so nervous. I bought the car from United Auto in Aurora.
Yeah, are they still around?
They are.
And they sold you a warranty as well, isn't that right?
No.
Oh, they didn't. Where did you get the warranty?
I purchased the warranty.
Oh.
There's lots of companies out there that send you mail and call you.
Oh, so you bought a warranty on your own. This has nothing to do with United.
No.
So you bought what's called Omega.
Well, the company that they told me I bought from, and the book they sent me is called the Department of Service Contracts. That's what it says. But in the booklet, it lists Omega Auto Care Vehicle Service Agreement. You know, there's some different names.
No, I understand. Omega, let me explain this to you. Omega is the underwriter. They are the insurance company. And the Department of Service Contractors are the brokers, like an agent. So Department of Service Contracts, they sell, and they sell for Omega, and they probably sell for others.
Oh, okay.
So they're not Omega from what I can tell. So they sold you this contract and probably made a commission.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what is wrong with the warranty? You're calling because you've had car trouble, right, dear?
Right. I have car trouble. I called the Department of Service Contracts, okay, and which, you know, I didn't know. And then they said, okay, you need to call Omega. So I called them, and so they told me, okay, go ahead. I had found
okay, you went to her. They said find a repair shop, and then the repair shop, and to speed things up, Al Aramis and his team determined you need a new engine.
Is that what because,
now,
I
here's what I want to know. Al Aramis, under normal circumstances, with another warranty company, would this car be accepted? Because they're usually not accepted if it's previous wear and tear, if it is owner abuse, or if it is like that. Would it normally be covered?
Yeah, they don't cover maintenance, but this is an internal problem with this vehicle. They would cover it.
They would cover it under normal circumstances.
Yeah, most warranties.
But they rejected the claim. What would the claim cost here? Because
I don't have that in front of me, but I can find out.
How much was this going to cost to fix? I'm asking you, Maylee.
Oh, they didn't tell me.
Okay. Yeah. So the warranty company says we're not paying for your engine. Why did Omega reject the claim?
I was told by Anthony with Pro Auto that they said they were rejecting the claim based on the mileage.
No, I understand. Wait. Based on the mileage. What did that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know, and I have not spoken to anybody with...
I think they had the wrong mileage put down, so therefore they're saying they're denying it, because when they filled out the warranty paperwork, the mileage was written down incorrectly.
It said 195,000 miles on the paperwork, but she only has 191,000 miles on the vehicle.
So they're saying, how the hell could she have 195,000 when she bought the car and only 191,000 now?
When I got the contract back in March.
When you bought the car?
No, not when I bought the car. When I got the warranty.
Right, when you bought the warranty. Go ahead. When
I saw the contract and the mileage was incorrect, I called them immediately and told them, I said, this is not correct. My mileage should be 190,000 and 001 miles. That's the mileage.
I understand. What did they say about that?
They said sure. They looked and they said, because whoever the customer service person, unfortunately,
without all that, I just need to get the bottom line. When you said it's the wrong mileage, what did they say? When you said this is the wrong mileage, what did they say?
They said we'll change it, and I have a new contract with the corrected mileage on it.
Did they do that?
They sent it to me, and they did it. Yes.
So they put the right mileage down.
They did.
Then why is Omega saying you had the wrong mileage?
I don't know. And what I think, Tom, to me, these companies aren't talking to each other, because I sent Omega and ASI and all these ones connected.
Omega's got a good record.
I sent them a copy, but see, here's what they did. They transferred me. They said, okay,
this part doesn't matter, Maylee. Maylee, here's what matters. Here's what matters.
But here's what I'm telling you. I don't think Omega themselves has gotten the paper. They haven't, because see, they told me to send it to another place.
But Omega is rejecting it for a reason.
Well, they've got the paper, they've got the contract, they've got the correct information. And
have any of us, did we contact Omega yet? Okay. Here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to contact Department of Service Contracts. Have you been in touch with them?
I have, yes.
Okay. Those are the first ones we're going to contact. Then we're going to contact the rest. We just have to do that, Maylee. Hold on.
This report is brought to you by KeHE Distributors.
Travel around the metro area freeway system looks kind of like rush hour in many spots across town, especially downtown on I-25. Northbound is really heavy right now. It starts slowing down at about Downing, does not let up until you get well north of Spears. Southbound slow, south of I-70, traveling down towards Colfax as well. Westbound I-70 stop and go from Brighton Boulevard, backed up all the way to 225 at this time. Westbound 270 slow on the approach to Vasquez as well. The weather for forecast. A slight chance of afternoon thunderstorms today with a high near 88. Tonight, thunderstorms early overnight, a low of 63. Right now, a few clouds and 77. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 KHOW.
It's an exciting time to join the KHE team as a CDL driver. KHE offers day one benefits and your safety first. Call 800-800-2175. That's 800-800-2175. First year pay averages $77,000.
Want to get an air conditioner for half price? You can with Plumline Services when you buy a new furnace. That's right, AC for half price. Plus you get more than $1,500 in utility company rebates. Free financing for 1 year and a 10-year parts and labor warranty. An incredible deal this month only. Plumline Services. Plumline is not playing games with this pricing. This is a real deal. The furnace at their regular low price and the AC half price. Call now, 303-562-0439. That's 303-562-0439.
By age 65, most Americans will have worked 90,000 hours. Those hours built your nest egg, which upon retiring you will need to generate your monthly income. That's because when you quit your JOB, you'll need INCOME. And since most of us don't have pensions, this will come from your portfolio. In just a few more weeks, the stock market will become the longest running bull market in American history. When the market turns from green, it'll go straight to red, with no yellow caution in between. If you let your portfolio drop, so will your income, and with it, perhaps your standard of living. Hi, this is Carlin Tucker, and I can help. For 36 years, I've been protecting my clients' portfolios and providing monthly income. We create all-season portfolios because with them, you're ready for wherever the market goes. You can reach me at Tucker Financial at 303-734-1234. That's 303-734-1234.
This is not an offer to buy or sell. Securities are offered through Tucker Asset Management.
This is Dave Logan. You know, we all hope that we
well,
never...
MS skips a generation usually, so I should be fine for that.
Just do a DNA,
It's hereditary. It's every other generation. So mine's, if I have a son or... I did a lot of research on it. MS? Yeah, it's in the genes.
You got to have probably a couple factors that can fire off. I don't know. If
I think so, yeah.
No, I'm saying you've got to have a couple markers in your DNA, I think, to even be prone to it. But I don't know if... I don't know. It was on, I think that was on the...
In MS, there is a genetic risk or maybe...
According to WebMD, that all the research says that it's not inherited, but there are increased risks in families with MS. Well, what the hell's the difference? I mean,
that means you have those certain
you're not
markers.
guaranteed to get it, but you have a higher chance to get it.
Or you have
they say it's not inherited, but there are families with higher chances of developing performance in gas mileage.
But then we have Alzheimer's in my family. We have heart disease in my family. Strokes in my family.
So
there's
my mom says,
the cards are
come from
stacked.
good stuff.
Yeah.
You got the phone number of the final adjuster on this engine who said he's not going to cover it.
I'm Jay Farmer, CEO of Quicken Loans.
He's the guy that wanted
we got to give it to Clint. No, that's for sure.
Our exclusive rate shield approval. First, we lock your interest rate for up to 90
I cannot believe how big this
your rate
American
stays locked. But if rates go
Not that
down,
big.
your rate drops. Either way, you win.
Oh, don't download Thinkorswim.
Why?
It's not the one you want on there.
Why?
Because that's not the one you want on there. There's one called Ameritrade.
I know, but Thinkorswim is the one that trades.
No, so does this one.
Donald Trump's America.
You don't want Thinkorswim on the phone.
On Monday.
Get the other one.
You're saying it's too complicated.
Oh, fuck yeah, it's crazy.
I'll talk with you Monday morning right here on 630 KHOW.
You want the actual one? I think it's just called Ameritrade.
No, I know, I saw it, but I thought that since they're doing away with...
They're not doing away with that.
Listen, I am running out of time, and we have a whole hour to go. Now, May Lee, we are on it, okay? Just so you know, we're on it. Now, Mark, do you have an update on Juan's steel building thing?
I do.
Okay.
Bottom line is...
Juan put down $38,000.
That's right.
And he got nothing.
Well, that's not true. They've dropped off a section of the building. They've got about $4,000 more in material.
Yeah, but he did this back in November.
I understand. They haven't done any labor yet whatsoever. They're going to be out there Monday, and they're going to get this building up. That's it. There's your update.
Wow. Juan.
Oh, that's interesting, too. What he's going to do with it is, well, he's going to put animals in there and turn them into dust.
Hey, not dust, meat, right? Juan, you're going to have the building started on Monday. So, well, Juan, it pays to listen to the
And follow up with us if he's not out there. But Harry, I believe is his name, is going to be out there next week. They're going to, him and his partner, I guess it's a two-man show, are going to get that thing erected. What do you do with the...
so you're going to have Harry erecting it.
It's been a very hairy ordeal. What are you going to kill in this thing?
Don't put it that way. And you know what?
Dead cattle, okay.
I hope that you're very successful, Juan.
What do they do
and I
with
want
dead
you
cattle?
to stay in touch with us because we love helping people, all right? Hang on. We have more to come with Purifoy Chevrolet, Hands-On Auto Tech, and Pro Auto Care.
What do they do with dead cattle?
If you plan on buying or selling a home,
you don't want to know.
Important message from Rex. There's no longer any reason to pay 6% to sell your home.
This is like
Rex Real Estate. Rex sells homes for the lowest fee in the industry. 2% total, saving Denver homeowners.
What do they do with dead cattle?
$100 per transaction. With Rex Real Estate, you get a full service.
You just turn it to dust? He says you turn it to meat. What do you do with dead cattle meat?
Hundreds of qualified buyers directly to your home.
Like they were dead rotting? Is that what you mean?
Well, rendering plants, the renderers come when you've got a feedlot and a cow dies. They come and get them.
Yeah, what do they do with them?
I don't know.
They probably turn them to dust, right?
Rex can also help you buy a home.
Incinerate them.
Don't we get meat?
No, but
these are the animals that have been laying dead.
this is like you come home and your horse is dead out in the pasture.
They come and get them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You've never seen a rendering truck going down the road with legs sticking up? And
No. It's for dead, so they go gather dead animals.
yeah, they got a crane on a truck and they pick them up, put them in a truck.
I guess you'd have to call someone, wouldn't you?
Yeah, what do you do with them, though, is what I don't get. That's what I meant.
I thought
That's all you could do.
Slaughtering, Mark.
No.
You can't do nothing with that meat.
And one of the reasons this thing's taken so long is the different zoning you have to get in order to do this job. It's not like opening up a shop.
Try to get zoning for burning up animals.
Looks like there's a lot of restrictions on it now.
That was the biggest, that's why it's been 6 months, though. He didn't realize he needed FDA approval and everything else.
Into Russian election interference and any potential ties to the
Did you hear Trump say with the
No. It sounded great.
Well, actually, what do you do? In between him blowing his own horn, he sounded good. I mean, the guy just has no decorum. I swear. He just
That's how he gets shit done.
He begs for people to criticize him.
It's the oldest argument.
I did a
He doesn't get
terrific
it.
job. And she told me I was the best she's ever seen, and she's like, it's like, the guy just is so fucking...
That's why he had the largest crowd at his inauguration.
President Trump's in the UK where he's held meetings with Prime Minister Theresa May.
Stormy Daniels said
They let her go.
the charges were dropped.
Yeah, you know why? Because that stupid attorney flied in and said, oh, this is just political. Had nothing to do with the actual
Blame
crime
Trump.
she did.
Blame Trump because she's getting blowjobs. I don't understand.
Yeah. Bill got all his stuff done.
She was cozying up to another girl in the strip bar.
Not just that, she was really just, I think, what was she doing?
You're not allowed to touch strippers, I don't think.
Yeah,
Or
but
strippers
because,
aren't allowed
listen,
to
you know
touch
why
you, I
the
don't.
charges were dropped? Because the way the law's written, it says employees, and she wasn't an employee.
Oh, that's
No way! It was a technicality. You watch.
Oh my goodness.
Employees are not engaged in dancing, are not allowed to be touched or touched. And it said, you read it, and they said there was a technicality. She's not an employee.
I never had sexual relationships with that woman. Ever.
They use the fats and oils, the proteins, and the hides. Right?
Oh, the hides, good one.
They say the market's starting to go down for those things, so it's tough for the renders.
The hides, that's the only thing that makes sense, but you still got to get a hold of them fairly quick. For the maggots.
Well, fats and oils,
That's the
you can
woman
do a
I
lot
said I
of
should ask
fats
you,
soap and make soap with the fats and oils. And you saw Fight Club, right?
Not for a long time. Isn't that where he was actually fighting himself? Something weird.
He was that, but he was also their business. The way they gained money to have the club was, I guess they were killing people, and then they were using the fat from the people to make soap.
Are you serious? What movie?
Fight Club.
Oh, I gotta watch that.
Oh, it's a good movie.
I'll tell you what we saw that was good,
It's
man.
not morbid.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. When she drugged me to this thing, I thought I was going to hang myself on the way in. Mr. Rogers. Yes, it's a beautiful day in my neighborhood or something like that. Unbelievable movie. Oh, those are great.
Is that for the kids?
Oh, hell no.
No, the kids wouldn't understand. It's more adult.
It's about him. I mean, the real man. I mean, I had no idea this guy was like, he really is Mr. Rogers. He's a genuine dude, man.
That's fucking cool.
Oh, he was. I couldn't believe
grew up
it.
with that. I grew up.
Oh, I did too.
That's funny.
There was rumors I always heard that he was like a Green Beret and weird shit like that. None of that shit's true. Nothing. Not one bit of it.
We went to Jurassic World.
I was. I couldn't believe how impressed I was. I liked it, man. And even towards the end of it, you know, it was a little emotional. I'm not going to say I cried, but I felt bad for
Were
the
you
guy.
misty? Were you a little misty?
No, I can't even say that, but you know, it was what it was.
Yeah.
I sniffled.
Oh, I'll have to go see this.
I'll go see that. Yeah.
Taking my granddaughter to Disney.
I'm gonna take you at your word.
Oh, was that California or Florida?
Yeah, it's not. It's
It
a
was
good
class this
movie,
evening,
man.
and she's about 4 years old.
He was a fellow
She
from
is so excited to
America.
be like,
Yeah,
first time.
My daughters are 3 and 4.
You remember Eddie
We're
Murphy?
going to take
One
a
of them
movie
was
soccer.
Saturday Night Live.
I think a week
That
after.
was
My daughter's baby is
Oh, Ed's just kind of off the radar anymore.
Yeah, he went a little nuts, is what I heard. I don't know.
720-893.
He was married
Tom likes my girls'
to.
names.
He
Gianna,
was married to that gal.
Gianna Maggio and Bella Maggio.
I can't think of her name now. She was on one of those, not reality show, but one of those like game shows.
Designed to help reduce
And something didn't go very
no
well
more
there.
excuses, no more denials. Get the
And
help
something else happened with him that was maybe his brother was in shit too. Something.
Yeah.
720-893.
I'll tell you though, you go back to his movies, like Trading
Oh, this
Places
is
for
my place. So we,
48 Hours. Oh,
boy,
look.
this is a story.
Him and Nick
We
Nolte.
went out to help this guy move, so that's our trailer.
On 630 K now.
He went to help move. He had nothing packed. And where he was moving to, that guy wasn't out yet. So we had to move. We've been twice. We've been moving. And it was,
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255 this hour. Brought to you by who? Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Whether you're buying or selling, you won't do better. And buying means looking for stuff and not just on multi-list. That's the secret. And since Frank lists more properties and sells more property than most any individual broker or agent in the entire metro area, he has access to people selling. And he also, of course, knows how to find the right real estate for you. Now, that's buying. When it comes to selling, there's just no question. Stats show he sells quicker, faster, and for more money than others. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622, 920-1622. When I was talking about Wink and Wink last time, I said winkandwink.com, and I'm not sure I gave you that number correctly, winkandwink.com. And you can always find them on the referral list. Just put Wink in there. But it is 410-1720, 303-410-1720. That's Wink and Wink. Okay, so we're talking about an extended warranty issue. I have never had good luck with extended warranties. In fact, I don't know of one time, not one time, that an extended warranty company covered anything. Ever on a used car. Ever. I just don't. I do not recommend them on used cars ever.
I don't either, but when I had the good years, there was numerous times they were, people did get value out of them.
Al, you've had people too, right?
Absolutely. Fidelity is one of these companies out there. They've covered stuff. There's that fine line. People don't read that big old paper. They think that I've for extended warranty, I'm not going to pay for any service, and that's just not true.
But even if they
That's
do,
Al with Pro Auto Care.
even if they do get some value, most of the time, if you add up what they paid for it compared to what was covered,
Absolutely.
it's always upside down.
You're upside down, always.
Unless it's a major thing. Tom, with the Tom Maggio, owner of Hands On Auto Tech in Longmont. Tom, have you had third-party warranties walk in the door and they pay for stuff?
I've had good luck with them.
Good.
It's dealing with any insurance company. You have to work with the adjuster and know how to work around their system.
Rolly, have you had good luck dealing with third-party warranty companies? I'm not talking about manufacturers.
I think Tom just said it just right. It's how you work with them, and there's a lot of good ones out there, but there's a lot of stuff out there when they're self-insured and everything. It's only as good as these people you're buying it from.
Now remember,
remember
on the go ahead.
And it's not what is covered. It really is what's important is what is not covered when
Right.
you start buying this stuff.
And on used vehicles, the biggest attraction, one of the biggest attractions, is the in-service date. Some of them have the nerve, and I know this sounds crazy, but the in-service date goes back to the time the car was first put in service.
Absolutely.
And wait a minute. So you're buying, listen, you might buy a 5-year warranty, but the in-service date goes back 3 years. So therefore, you really only have 2 years left on the warranty. You might find that unconscionable. How the hell can I buy a 5-year warranty and only have 2 years left on it the day I drive off the lot? That's because they put a retroactive in-service date. Why would they do that? When I asked a warranty company, they said, well, we are warranting you against any manufacturer's defects, and therefore, that has to go back to the in-service date. The other one is the cumulative cost of repairs, that limit. When that equals the market value of the car at the time, they can refuse to cover it. So if you add up things, it accumulates, and as it accumulates, that cumulative total is used as a marker. So if you've already accumulated $5 grand in charges, and there's another $3 grand, and that equals $8 grand, and the warranty company says, wait a minute, the car's only worth $7 grand, you have no coverage.
Mm-hmm. I went with somebody just recently to go buy a car. I was dealing with them, giving some coaching. They did the deal, and they had still a factory warranty on a Chevy. Had a full year, and they wanted to sell them a 3-year. And they asked the question, aren't you covered for a year? Well, this is an additional supplement in case the manufacturer's not going to cover it.
With a new car, I would take the new car warranty and never buy an extended warranty on a new car. Now, I know Rolly sells them, and every dealer does, but listen to what I have to say, Rolly. I'm saying that GM or any manufacturer, they have pretty good warranties. And if you have a 3-year warranty, why do you buy an extended warranty alongside it for 5 years? Because the first 3 years, I don't care what you say, it's redundant.
Yeah, it's covered.
What I would do is if I had a GM warranty for the first 3 years, at the end of that 3rd year, GM will sell you truly an extended warranty.
And
they will.
Yes.
And that's when you buy it. And I get email all the time from GM on my Equinox asking me for a warranty. So I know I can, right, Rolly? Can I buy a warranty on the Equinox when my factory runs out?
Yes. You wouldn't want to do it right before your factory runs out.
Right.
But there's other reasons why, too, on that.
On the concurrent one?
You ought to have somebody that really works with that every day to visit with you about that a little bit.
You know what? You have mentioned that several times over the years. We need to do that. Because, you're not, as the owner, you don't get to know each and every contract.
I don't deal with all the
But
nuts and bolts every day.
maybe someone, if you want to call in, let me know. I'm only asking about the concurrent coverage. Listen, GM or Chrysler, Ford, they have good warranties. Okay, they do. Hyundai, they have good warranties.
Excellent warranties.
What I'm asking about is not those warranties. I'm asking about when you buy the extended warranty, why would you buy it when you have a warranty? That's the only part I question on new cars. If you have a factory warranty, why would you buy an extended warranty at the same time?
Well, it's a profit center. I mean, of course, that's what it's for.
But Rolly is saying maybe if we talk to someone who specializes in that, they're going to tell us some things that maybe are not covered by the factory. I don't know. Let's do it. Let's do it. If anyone,
you have somebody to call?
Yeah, if you want someone to call now, we can do it, or we can do it next week, whenever you want. If somebody's available, if they want to research it, fine. I'm not trying to gotcha people, you know, I'm just truly trying to figure it out. Dave, I really apologize for you waiting so long. What is happening, sir? Yeah, Dave, we took another call about Carfax being inaccurate once before. This was not your call before, was it? Okay, because this is the second time now in a week I'm hearing this. Tell me what's going on. Yeah. Right. Sure. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. And here's the thing. Car dealers are actually brilliant using Carfax because it takes them totally out of the equation. Once you rely on a Carfax, the dealer is clean. The dealer says, wait a minute, here's Carfax, and if you accept Carfax, you're done. The problem with Carfax is that they only report, and it's not
a problem, it's a reality. They only report what is reported to them. They do no research of their own. So whatever is downloaded or automatically or reported to them, they do the DMV and all that, that is what they report. Therefore, if a body shop did some work and reports it, it gets reported later on. It takes a while. Sometimes people audit accounts. In other words, they go through and audit. And in the audit, they catch things that weren't there before, and they put it back on there. If you read Carfax, they very clearly state that you cannot depend on that solely. It is not they don't guarantee 100% accuracy at all. So that is the big problem. So we had another guy, the same thing. And he said, wait a minute, Tom, I just lost about $2 grand here. So here's the problem, okay? And that is, while it is a problem, there is no one to go after. You know?
I got nothing against the dealership that sold the car or anything like that.
Now remember, I just made a conclusion that's not accurate. You can go after anyone you want, okay? You can go after anyone. I don't think you're going to be successful, but you know what? That's up to a judge. And if you want to sue somebody, sue them. But here, the dealer's going to say, we gave him a Carfax. Carfax is going to say, we got disclaimers all. How the hell can Carfax report anything if it wasn't reported to them? So I guess what I'm asking you is, really, and there's no right answer here, it's whatever you think. What do you think? Did you tell me what you think?
Well, I'm just curious as to why it literally took multiple years for the information to pop up.
So am I.
Report.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
Does it show on Carfax report who reported the incident?
I don't know. Does it, guys?
Generally, if it's a shop.
Guys, could you tell me as a shop?
If it's a shop that has insurance involved, it's going to get reported.
Do you report Carfax?
Yeah, and I wanted to explain you.
What do you report?
Here's all it does. I download a widget onto my server that goes into, and I asked this because I want to know what fields you were pulling out. It's going to get the VIN, the mileage, the general repair category. That's all they care. They don't want to know the details that
like
I did the third motor mount and I did a VTC sensor, whatever. They don't care. They want to know that I worked on this particular area. It downloads it every single night and it updates and it knows my location. They then take that data and they have to match it to the VIN and try to basically match.
Everything's VIN.
Right. Everything's VIN related. So if
what about auto body shops? Does anyone know?
So yes, body shops are identical. Their system is looking everything online. They download a widget.
Now the shop has to agree to this.
Right. Exactly. And I talked to you about this, but here's the deal: the insurance company for certain is putting it because the Carfax Carfax is where they upload the repairs and costs.
But why? Why does the insurance company care?
Because they want to look at claims and kind of put it out there. It's kind of one of their standards on a vehicle. They basically believe that reporting is better than not reporting.
Okay.
Because of damage.
Well,
I've asked the question, and that's what I was told.
Okay.
Somebody brings a car in and pays cash to get it fixed, it might not ever be
I have
Carfax.
seen body shops.
Yep.
I'm not going to mention it. Well, they're not on our referral list. Body shops basically say this: cash deals, no insurance, no Carfax.
Yeah, but they don't have to report to Carfax. There's no law.
No. They can, right. But what I'm saying
They
is,
kind of blackmail you.
No. What I'm saying is that what Al said is right. They don't have to report. Al can say to them, we're not doing it, right, Al? You don't have to report.
But here's the problem, guys.
You don't have to. That's
no,
what
you
I'm
just
saying.
turn the
Think
widget
about
off.
this, okay? If I have your computer and I have a widget that uploads your information, how do I stop your particular car from uploading?
I'm not asking
It's not
that.
a reporting.
I'm not asking.
Right.
You don't have to let him put the widget on your computer.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
You can just not
You can say no.
participate.
Exactly.
Right. Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
You
don't have to participate. But to your point, if a body shop does not participate, when the insurance pays,
yes,
they put it in.
Worse than that, the other one that reports big time to Carfax is the authorities. When the police writes up an incident, absolutely, positively. I'm dealing with it right now on our car.
Wait a minute, they do?
Yes, the cops. Actually, Douglas County wrote up that when Suzanne was in an accident a couple of years, it was a major damage accident.
And it wasn't.
Well, I guess I don't know what they say, but I don't know if it was or wasn't.
But why did that bother you then?
Well, because it affects the Carfax. It affects it big time.
But
it says major damage accident.
Mark, it would have been affected anyway by the body shop.
Well, it is. That's on there, too, the body shop work.
Then what difference does it make, or does it look like two
different? If I
different?
paid cash at a body shop to have it done, it still would have been on the Carfax from the cops.
Right, but in this case, it did not do you any additional damage.
Probably not.
Okay.
But I want to say this about Carfax. When I had the shops, I reported too. Here was the part where I thought it could be abused. It's the opposite. I actually pull up my own car or a used car and say I just put a brand new engine and transmission in it. Now Carfax is telling everybody in the world on this old car that I didn't put one in, has a new engine and transmission. How about those? That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
They only they report what is reported.
You're right. So, again, I'm going back to you. What do you think? What do you think, Dave? All you're concerned about is why it took so long. That's a good question, guys. Why did it take so long? Let's examine that and more coming up. Clint, I need an update on those people we've been calling, too, because there are a lot of people who need help. And I want to know what the heck is going on. 303-713-8255.
This report is brought to you by Jersey Mike's.
Delays on the west side of town due to a crash on the eastbound side of I-70 out at West Colfax. Looks like a jackknife truck pulling a trailer dumped over a bulldozer onto the roadway there. So that wreck might be there for a while. The left side of the highway blocked. Also watch out for multi-vehicle crash on the westbound side of 6th Avenue just east of I-25. Police and rescue vehicles are on the scene. The weather forecast. Well, going to be slight chance of afternoon thunderstorms today with a high near 88. Tonight, a slight chance of thunderstorms early, then partly cloudy. A low of 63. Tomorrow, sunny and hot, a high of 93. Right now, a few clouds and 79. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner. 630 K-How.
If meat and bread are the backbone of a sub, then Mike's Way is the heart and soul. Lettuce and tomatoes, onions and spices, all drizzled in the juice. That's the difference. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
By age 65, most Americans will have worked 90,000 hours. Those hours built your nest egg, which upon retiring you will need to generate your monthly income. That's because when you quit your job, you'll need INCOME. And since most of us don't have pensions, this will come from your portfolio. In just a few more weeks, the stock market will become the longest running bull market in American history. When the market turns from green, it'll go straight to red, with no yellow caution in between. If you let your portfolio drop, so will your income, and with it, perhaps your standard of living. Hi, this is Carlin Tucker, and I can help. For 36 years, I've been protecting my clients' portfolios and providing monthly income. We create all-season portfolios because with them, you're ready for wherever the market goes. You can reach me at Tucker Financial at 303-734-1234. That's 303-734-1234.
This is not an offer to buy or sell. Securities are offered through Tucker Asset Management.
Do you hear that? Opportunity knocking. Save thousands on new Champion windows and other exterior upgrades. Announcing the Champion Your Home Sale. 30% off new Champion Comfort 365 windows. 25% off new siding and sunroofs. Plus, get 60 months low-interest financing. I'm Tom Martino, and I wholeheartedly endorse the Champion Window Company on my referral list at referralist.com. Book today. Get Champion.
Feeling in the foot. So I walked around with a nail in my shoe for a sawdust in front of my heel. I've been in this damn cast for 9 months. It's not getting better. Your heel is the Achilles heel, the story about him not being protected. Your heel is the hardest thing in the whole body to get healed up. Is it really? Number one is fastest healing is your eye, second is your tongue, last is your spinal cord. That's why I have a spinal cord injury. I don't feel it. It never heals. But your heel, your foot, the blood flow is just the worst there. That's terrible. It just pisses me off to no end. I can't. My wife's going on a rafting trip in Wyoming this weekend. I can't go. I can't get this wet. So, sucks.
It does. Wow.
Getting old stuff is not real fun, actually.
Yeah.
How old are you?
68.
Yeah, we're the same age.
We're the same age? Good. Another thing, I hate when people call up here and say I'm elderly and I'm 68.
Well, I can say one thing about you, too. Neither one of you are good looking. So that's...
Yeah, well.
Who's calling Kettle Black?
Hi, Tom Martino here. Okay, so... what are we going to do about Mei Ling? She bought the car, bought a warranty afterwards. The warranty company says the mileage is wrong. We're not handling it. Now, do we have proof where this error happened? Clint, Deputy Clint.
Yeah, we do.
Proof? What is the proof we have?
First of all, she only bought this car in March on this contract. She had only driven it just a little over 1,000 miles. So that were clearly on the contract, 190,001 miles written on the contract. But when Omega got it, they transposed a number and they wrote it down as 195. And so now it has 191, and that's why the discrepancy.
Right, they're saying, wait a minute, how can you have less miles? There's hanky-panky going on. But the error was made by the underwriter, not the agent.
No, the underwriter wrote it down correctly.
I thought you said the underwriter wrote it down as 195.
No, they wrote it down as 190, but somehow Omega has it as 195.
Omega is the underwriter.
Omega is the insurance company.
The underwriter.
Insurer.
The underwriter.
Underwriter, yes.
Yeah,
the underwriter.
I get it. I'm sorry. That's just
so it's just a clerical error.
Okay, so the underwriter, the carrier, the main deal, who covers it, they wrote it down wrong. How do we prove it? Why isn't the agent helping?
They said they would. They said
they
were going to
did.
pay it out to her today.
Okay.
Once they saw what this error was, they were confused.
Okay. Excellent, Clint.
You guys have accomplished more than we have been able to. This poor lady is she's out of a car since May, a new vehicle, and we have dealt with this company and they won't do anything. I'm glad you got someplace for her because she needs some relief.
Melee?
Or even just a refund on the whole thing. Would that cover the repair?
Did you hear the whole thing, dear? I don't know if she heard it or not, but you there, Melee? Okay, I'm not going to wait around for her. Let's give her the good news. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Speaking of warranties, I want to make this clear. We're going to talk to Charles, finance manager at Purefoy Chevrolet. This is not a Purefoy Chevrolet issue. This is not a Chevrolet issue. This is not a General Motors issue. This is an issue on all extended warranties issued by the factories only. This is the only thing I'm talking about. We can debate extended warranties forever and never come to a conclusion. This is only about one item alone, okay? So I want to confine our discussion to just one item that has always confused me,
And maybe Charles has a different perspective, as Rolly suggested, maybe someone who does this every day. So Charles, again, not about extended warranties or philosophies in general, but let's just talk about a car that comes out of the factory with a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. And you buy a 5-year extended warranty at the same time at the dealership from GM. So now you have GM covering this car twice. I'm wondering why, whether it's Ford, Chrysler, GM, why would a buyer want to buy an extended warranty he's paying for 5 years when the first 3 years looks like duplicate or redundant coverage? I can see buying it after the factory warranty is up. I'm getting emails right now from GM saying, hey, Tom, do you want to extend your warranty?
But why would you buy it on the day you buy your car when you have a brand new, fresh 3-year warranty?
Hey, Tom, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, sir.
Tom, so that would have to do with the affordability of that extended warranty at time of purchase. So you're correct. The initial warranty, and for example, if it's a GM product, 3 years, 36,000 miles. So it has everything to do with the affordability at the time of. An example would be this: a used vehicle outside of that warranty, or if you, let's say, just as you indicated, if you prolong that decision and wait to purchase it, in 3 years that vehicle is going to be considered a pre-owned vehicle. Warranty is going to be considerably more expensive.
How much more? Do you know?
I would venture to say anywhere from 10 to 15% additional.
Okay, but if we do the simple math, and let's say we do this, and again, this is not your issue, not Purifoy, not GM. Okay, this is just, we're philosophical here. Let's break it down. Year 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we have 5 separate years. 1, 2, and 3 covered by the factory from original. Then we buy an extended warranty for 5 at that time. Let's say we get the warranty cheaper. Let's say we get the warranty. What is a normal 5-year warranty approximately? What does it cost approximately?
So depending on the vehicle, so approximation would be, let's call it $2,500.
Okay, so let's say
a 5-year plan.
That's for the cheap. That's if you buy it at the time of purchase.
That's correct.
Okay, now I would argue that at $2,500 at that time. Now, if that would be even $500 more on the 3rd year or going into the 4th year, and we put it up to $3,000, in my opinion, you would have $3,000. Listen to my reasoning.
Sure.
Divided by 5, you would have a cost of $600 a year. If you bought the $2,500 warranty at the beginning, it would be divided by 2, because in my approximation you're getting 2 years of coverage, and you would be paying $1,250 a year for the coverage you're actually getting. Show me where I'm wrong. No matter how much more I pay in year 3, per year coverage is lower than if I buy it at purchase, unless I'm making this big mistake. And this is what it all boils down to. What am I covered for during the first 3 years that the factory warranty does not cover?
And the other warranty does.
Right. That's right.
So the 3-year 36 is going to be referred to as the new car limited warranty. So it's going to cover everything with the exception of consumables.
What will the extended warranty cover during that same period?
So it's going to be a duplication of throughout that 336, but again, it goes back to the affordability.
Well, hold on. I get you, the affordability, and again, I don't mean to interrupt you because this is not about you, but okay, so if you just acknowledge that the first 3 years is duplicated coverage, I can make the argument that the extended warranty is covering nothing. Therefore, I'm paying $2,500 for 2 years of coverage, which is the extension, and that 2 years comes to $1,250 a year. If you up the cost, even double the cost in 3 years, it comes to $5,000. And it would be $1,000 a year in coverage for the full 5 years. I would literally still, if you double the cost of the warranty, I'd still be saving $250 per year for coverage. And it doesn't double. I mean, again, I don't know if you've ever looked at it this way. I'm not trying to trick anyone.
That's how I look. I want to add this, though. The other thing is, why call it a 5-year warranty? In reality, it's a 2-year extended warranty.
That's what it is.
And it's every dealership that does it. It's every manufacturer.
That's why I said it's not Purefway. It's not GM. It's everyone. It's everyone. I don't know why they don't do it.
Can the warranty be financed into the note at the beginning?
Absolutely, and that was the point I was going to make.
That's probably the only valid reason, in my opinion, there is. Because at the point of purchase, people that can't afford it in 3 years, cash out of pocket, can roll it into their payments.
I just bought a washer, and my washer has an extended warranty. We bought it because $79, it's 1 year service coverage, and I added the additional couple of years to it.
If it makes
it overlaps too, though, Al.
If it makes
That's right.
If it makes mathematical sense, but to argue affordability is not genuine. I'm not saying he's not genuine. The math is not genuine because you're getting, no matter how, you're getting 2 years of coverage. So if you're saying, Mark, paying $1,250 a year is worth it because you can get a loan, I'm going to make another argument here, and that is this. You're getting 2 years of coverage, okay? That's $1,250 a year. I can make the argument that if I buy it in year 3, putting it on my credit card is cheaper. Is cheaper.
Oh, trust me, I get it.
In year 3, putting it on my credit
card. And here's a bigger
card
thing.
Is cheaper than putting it in.
How many people have that same vehicle in 3 years? How many people buy it, and then the vehicle's not even theirs anymore, or it's been wrecked, or something has happened to the vehicle?
I think the average age of ownership right now is somewhere between 6 and 7 years.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter, that part.
But I think what Charles
but it's a
said,
good point. Yeah.
I think it's a lot of this convenience of doing it at that time, getting it over with, and
right,
going on down the road.
Rolly. It is a convenience.
And that's the way the world works.
I know, it does, and it's unfortunate because consumers don't make wise
decisions.
It
is one of those things, though, they should call it for what it is, which is a 2-year additional warranty, not a 5 in the case we're given.
It's almost like people are blinded. They don't see. They're not getting anything for 3 years.
You know how many people right now listening had no idea when they bought it, it wasn't an additional 5 years. They just don't even realize.
Yeah, and it's not any particular manufacturer or dealer.
Or just cars. It's the same for cell phones.
It's the industry.
While you've got him here, let's talk a little bit about the used warranties.
That's a can of worms that because that's more of a philosophical thing, but what did you want to talk about it, Rolly?
From just the standpoint of their worth. You know, because I've seen it save people's bacon so many times.
I have seen it save people's bacon, too. I mean, it's okay. It's like asking, is it worth it to buy a lottery ticket? If you never win, it's not. If you win, it is.
But if you don't buy it, you're never going to win.
Or a 10-year life insurance policy.
Rolly, that's true. And that's true. And is it worth it to do anything?
It's just like any insurance.
It's a gamble, but extended warranties for used cars have built-in bombs, okay? And that's where the cumulative totals come in. I don't like those.
The majority of them, Rolly, I'm not talking ones backed by the manufacturer, but the majority of them, if you really read them, they don't cover any pre-existing conditions.
At all, unless it's a manufacturer's defect.
So they basically cover nothing. That's the problem. Good ones step up to the plate and cover stuff. The one you sell might.
If you're going to buy an extended warranty, then definitely buy a manufacturer's backed extended warranty, new or used. I've always said that because these independent companies just go out of business. And so I'm not trying to go on a campaign here. Rolly is correct. I'd be a liar if I said that person never got any payment. Some people, their entire transmission is covered and they think, thank God I bought it. Thank God I didn't listen to Tom Martino. There are others who they pay $2,500 and nothing is covered. And they start saying, why did I buy this?
Or they never needed it.
I'm not talking about new cars. We're only talking about used now. And the thing about used is the more used it is, the worse the warranty is. If it's just really recently used, that's a different story because there may still be manufacturers' defects that have not exposed yet. So it's really... It is a gamble. There is no other word for it than a gamble. But I know this for absolutely positively sure. That it is never a good idea to buy an extended warranty at the time of purchase for a new car, no matter who you're buying it from, no matter where you're buying it.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station. With Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
From the Fox Business Network, the major averages are mixed in afternoon trading as the corporate earnings season kicks off. Among the gainers today on Wall Street, industrial and...
meeting with that F9 mag would be, there will not be a vehicle out here without a warranty.
Right. No, they're killing the dealership. They're pouring all your money and dropping it. It's a 2-year warranty.
There is no profit in it, but the only profit you have in a dealership anymore is your service and used vehicle. There is no profit in your vehicle.
Oh my God. And you know Amazon is big, but just how big is the e-commerce giant?
No, you guys, honestly,
you're lucky.
How do you make money on it?
This year, up nearly 30% from a year ago, according to e-market.
Well, service, I mean, you make a reasonable profit, and you should, if you're selling on the new side is just, a new car anymore is, a new car sale is the only way to access a good trade.
Giannicelli said the cars they make money on now, he basically said the exact same thing you did, with the exception of few, and only few dealerships get them. Like in his instance, they got 2 or 3 of the Demons, which are selling it 30% over MSRP. But other than that, they make nothing.
Rolly doesn't even take advantage of that, right? I mean, when you have a hot selling car, I've never seen you raise people over their calls.
We'll get sticker, but that's going to be it.
I know it.
Is that about the only thing you get sticker on now? Is
yeah, but let's think about that. There are people with 20,000 over sticker. They think getting it for sticker is a steal.
Yeah. On that vehicle, on a vehicle like that.
That might change with us with the C8, but I doubt it. That's going to be a really hot
I'd
item.
put them on fucking auction starting at a reserve, which is invoice.
Oh, I would. To me, that's the plan.
I would have an auction every day. I would have an auction starting at invoice. Absolutely. Did you need me?
In 97 when we did that bet.
Man, start at it. Rolly, that would
people line up to buy those
Rolly, when is that
Ford GTs are in line.
Right now, the dates is next April.
Listen, man.
Is it a new body
or auction a week?
It is
Sell 1 a week.
Well, they finally did it.
Oh.
God, they've been talking about that.
We'll have a
engines in the middle of the car.
God, they've been talking about that for what, 30 years?
How hard is that for the service?
Why did Porsche abandon that?
I have no idea. What's a Ferrari front?
No, Ferrari's both. They have both.
Front? Oh, both.
Yeah, both. You're right. They're both. You're right.
Yeah, California's front.
See, we'll have both front engine and rear engine then. We'll have front engine and rear engine. The new
my Ferrari had front, and my
the California was front engine.
And it had
the new ZR1.
My other Ferrari, I had 3 Ferraris. I had all front engines.
Well, the Dino was mid, wasn't it? Rear
6-cylinder.
You would think, from a logical standpoint on anything, it makes sense to have it in the middle. You would think.
It is. It's the best place for racing.
Gravity and all that kind of stuff. But
well, because they're mostly all-wheel drive now,
balance,
right?
Well,
is that because of balance, you're saying?
Yeah, it's just, it puts all the wheels will have an even amount of weight on them.
Yeah. It just, I mean, I don't even know why, but logically it seems like it would be.
I had a Toyota Previa minivan. I was the only one that could get to my house when we lived in a different place in the mountains.
And it's in the middle?
Engine and trains in the middle, all-wheel drive. Yeah, I could go anywhere in that little thing.
Previa was?
91 Previa.
Huh, I never knew that.
One of the funnest little cars we had great luck with it. It's the only used car I bought and sold for more than I bought it for.
Wow.
It was a Mitsubishi VR4, all-wheel drive, all-wheel steering, and it was a sedan. It wasn't like a sports car looking thing. And when I finally sold it, it had its own little rack and pinion in the back. This guy came out and it's going to turn into a Baja vehicle, and I actually got like $4,000 more than I paid for it.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was crazy. I've never done that on a used car, ever.
I did it on one car in my life, 71 240C.
Those were really popular, those 240s. The 300s, that whole line.
3 years later, it was going for more. I wanted to keep it, but it was going for a lot more than what it was for.
I ever tell you guys about my brand new RX-8 with less than 2,000 miles on it, and this broad ran over it? ran right up on top of it on purpose, smashed it.
On purpose?
Yup, and then said she was going to walk from Franktown to Denver.
Well, you did you a favor, she got you out of that car before.
You know who that was? His ex. Ran right up on it.
Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TOM. 713-8255. Alex, welcome to the show. Rolly Purifoy is with us from Purifoy Chevrolet. So is Tom Maggio from Hands On Auto Tech, and so is Al Ramos from Pro Auto Care. Jeff, they couldn't make it today. So what's going on with you, Gary? Alex, what's happening?
Purely risk factor, man.
Credit is used as an actuarial. It's not just for credit. I mean, that might be a small reason for it, but it's mainly for an actuarial. Like, are you going to be a good risk or not? Because they have found people with bad credit might be a higher risk. I've not seen the research. I mean, you're saying they are. I've not seen that, but I imagine they have other things that correlate with credit as well. So it has nothing, or very little, to do with installment payments. Is that what you thought it was for, installment payments? Yeah. Sure, I understand. Right. It's not because of credit. It's not because of credit. They might be taking into consideration other risk factors. Let's talk to Jeremy.
But it could be because of credit too. The wife's credit could be 800 and his is 500.
Could be a little bit of both. Jeremy is with Compass Insurance Group. Jeremy, what do they use credit for?
Yeah, you guys were pretty much spot on. I mean, from an actuary standpoint. Also, there's a correlation with credit and filing claims. So it's obviously not every
you are
case,
right. You're right about that.
Yeah, so there's a pretty big connection with that as well. And for this caller, if it's a company that is looking at credit and maybe his ex-wife's credit was better, there could be something to play into that.
That sucks.
Every company doesn't look at it the same.
He might be able to shop it for you, caller, and actually find it for less than it going up 80.
There is a possibility they can do a better job for you than you can do for yourself.
Well, I'm going to be going through somebody else. As soon as my policy is done at the end of this month, I'm going somewhere else. But see,
well, go to Compass. I'm serious.
I was reading an article that says that Massachusetts, California, and Hawaii have banned the practice of using credit-based insurance scores to help determine rates. So why can't we do that here? Why can't Colorado just go off of what your driving record and what your accidents are, if you have any?
You just heard them.
That's how insurance should be determined.
No, why? Why should it be determined that way? I don't agree with this guy at all. If the actuarials show that there's an issue generally, if your credit score is 300, there's a chances are you need money and you need a claim. You're more likely to turn in a small ding than someone that would pay cash for it.
By the way, no one's saying you're going to, but that's what they do, man. They try to calculate risks. That's what they try to do. And they do it.
It's the same reason if you jump out of a plane every day with a parachute, your life insurance costs more money if you don't.
Yeah. I mean, we can debate this all day long, but Alex, I don't think you're going to get credit taken away. If one state passed a law, I mean, I heard of other states doing it too. Jeremy, was there some kind of lobby going on to get credit off the books?
I'm not specifically aware of anything in Colorado. I would imagine that's probably something.
But I can't even imagine anyone would take up the cause. I mean, insurance companies would fight you. I can't even imagine who would have a dog in that fight. Who would care?
We've had the philosophical argument, Tom, you and I off air, maybe even on air over the years, about health insurance. If they do a DNA profile and you're more likely to get cancer than I am, should you pay more or not? I mean, it's just insurance is insurance. It's a risk. The game is risk.
Anyway, I'm sorry about it, and it's I don't know what to tell you, bro. It's the way it is. Gary, I would have them shop you insurance right now. not wait. Gary, what's happening?
Tom, how are you?
Good, man. What's going on?
I know you well. Listen, I hear you talking about extended warranties, and you seem hesitant to really describe what's going on here.
What is going on?
It's a fraud.
No, it's not a fraud.
Yeah.
Some of them are.
It's a fraud, Tom.
But not the manufacturer.
It's a 2-year warranty that they're selling you as a 5-year. Is that not fraud?
Well, if you read through the contract, it explains it, but I do agree with what he's saying. On the face of it, it's one of these industries, though, when every single manufacturer does the same thing, the one guy that actually does call it a 2-year warranty would never sell it.
There is something else we're missing, okay? The 5-year...
It needs to be investigated and stopped.
It's not like it's hidden. It's not like it's hidden. Nothing. There is no investigation needed. It's not even hidden.
It's a major generator of revenue for the dealership.
Well, I mean,
the sales force and the warranty company
and the manufacturer.
Whether it's a manufacturer or some outside company.
But hey, listen, Gary. The other thing is this: there's one little item, and that is mileage. If you have a 3-year, 36,000-mile car, a warranty, and the 5-year is good for how many miles? 5-year, isn't it usually 5-year, 100,000?
I don't know.
So if you do high mileage in the first 3 years, you could find yourself out of mileage. Like you could find yourself with 75,000 miles and get covered.
I'm going to give another scenario.
I mean, but that is a scenario, right, Rolly? I mean, you would be covered.
Yes.
In this 3rd year, 2nd year with 25 with us.
And you do see that people drive a lot of miles.
Yeah.
There are people listening right now. The reason they buy it is because they know they could never come up with $2,000. Let's say it even costs $2,500 to get the transmission fixed, and it's in the 4th year. You buy the warranty for $2,500. You spread it out over those payments because you have the cash flow from your paycheck to pay for it. They know if they ever have something catastrophic and don't have that warranty, they'll never come up with the cash. That's another argument for it. It's not a good argument.
Hold on. But, Mark, it's still not an argument for the first 3 years.
No, there is no argument for the first 3 years.
The high mileage thing. But there's
I don't know how it works.
Well, what I mean is
I don't know what the mileage is.
Yes. No, it's I think it's 5-year, 100,000 mile. I mean, Rolly's a dealer, and so he
is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah. So in the
you up your mileage.
You could find your way. You could find in the rare scenarios where you're going to have more than 36,000 miles in 2 years. You're going to be covered. But that's the only thing I can think about.
This report is brought to you by Jersey Mike's Subs.
It's Friday. It's the middle of the day. That means it looks like rush hour across the metro area freeway system. A couple of trouble spots on the west side of town. Got a crash eastbound I-70 at West Colfax there. They got the left lane blocked there. It looks like a jackknife truck pulling a trailer with a bulldozer. It's upside down. It'll be there for a while. Multi-vehicle crash being cleared westbound 6th Avenue just east of I-25. Another wreck at Hamden and Broadway to watch out for. And they're clearing out a crash on eastbound C-470 between Quebec and Yosemite. The weather forecast, a slight chance of afternoon thunderstorms today with a high near 88. Right now, few clouds and 80. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 KHOW.
If meat and bread are the backbone of a sub, then Mike's Way is the heart and soul. Lettuce and tomatoes, onions and spices, all drizzled in the juice. That's the difference. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Do you hear that? Opportunity knocking. Save thousands on new Champion windows and other exterior upgrades. Announcing the Champion Your Home Sale. 30% off new Champion Comfort 365 windows. 25% off new siding and sunroofs. Plus, get 60 months low-interest financing. I'm Tom Martino, and I wholeheartedly endorse the Champion Window Company on my referral list at referralist.com. Book today. GetChampion.com. Champion designs, builds, installs, and guarantees their products. Enjoy them for years to come. Opportunity is knocking. 30% off new Comfort 365 windows and 25% off siding and sunrooms. Champion Your Home Sale. GetChampion.com. That's GetChampion.com.
Champion limited lifetime warranty applies to Comfort 365 windows as long as the original purchaser owns the home, subject to qualifying credit approval. Minimum purchase required. All discounts applied to our regular prices. Cannot be combined with other advertised offers. See store or website for details.
By age 65, most Americans will have worked 90,000 hours. Those hours built your nest egg, which upon retiring you will need to generate your monthly income. That's because when you quit your JOB, you'll need INCOME. And since most of us don't have pensions, this will come from your portfolio. In just a few more weeks, the stock market will become the longest running bull market in American history. When the market turns from green, it'll go straight to red, with no yellow caution in between. If you let your portfolio drop, so will your income, and with it, perhaps your standard of living. Hi, this is Carlin Tucker, and I can help. For 36 years, I've been protecting my clients' portfolios and providing monthly income. We create all-season portfolios because with them, you're ready for wherever the market goes. You can reach me at Tucker Financial at 303-734-1234. That's 303-734-1234.
This is not an offer to buy or sell. Securities are offered through Tucker Asset Management.
Ross Kaminsky, mornings 5 to 10.
In Donald Trump's America, there will always be something to talk about on Monday. But meanwhile, I hope you have a great weekend. Maybe Kristen and I will see you at Red Rocks. I'll talk with you Monday morning right here on 630 KHOW.
I'm Tom Martino. Let's go right to Mark. Mark, I'm sorry for the wait. You have two different issues. Go ahead quickly, man. I don't want you to run out of time, and I'm going to try to get you all in. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got to change a AC compressor.
Yes.
And rather than just let the refrigerant, the R134A, just go into the atmosphere.
That's not, you can't.
Yeah, it's against the law.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I want to go to the mechanic that has the AC
recovery.
And take it out. Then I'm going to put the compressor in, and then I'm going to have him recharge the system again.
Good.
How much should I pay for that? What? I mean,
would you guys even do that? Will you even do that for someone?
Think of all the leaks there could be.
Yeah, we'll do it. He'd pay about $140.
About $140.
At our shop.
You would take it out, hold it, and put it back in.
Well, I won't hold it. For the $140, he'll get brand new Freon when he returns. And he'll get new Schrader valves installed at the service
So how do you
ports.
dispose of the other Freon?
I gather up about 12 bottles of it, and then I call a recycle center, and they'll take it away.
Okay, the other question was, I have an 02 Hyundai Elantra 5 on the floor. Sometimes I can't get it into first gear. Sometimes I can't get it into second gear. Sometimes I can't get it into first or second. And all the 3, 4, and 5 are fine. I mean, once I get going, if I'm at a stoplight and I can't get in first or second, I have a hell of a time in third gear trying to get away from that stoplight.
I can't believe they made that car with a clutch.
Yeah, they did. Absolutely.
What do you mean you can't believe it? Are there standards without clutches?
No. I'm saying I don't think they make an Elantra now that's a standard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Manual, I mean.
So do you see this in the morning, cold, hot? Does it matter?
It doesn't matter, Al. It could happen anytime.
Anybody have any guesses?
My first is always the clutch. If you don't, exactly. Clutch is always the first thing.
Is it a clutch or a synchro?
I always verify the clutch is good. That's any tech's going to start with the clutch.
But why would the clutch only be bad in 3 gears or 2 gears?
Because that's when you need to bring the motor. You're always at a slower gear. If the vehicle's not, the coupling is not disconnecting, you're going to have an issue. Then the synchros is the next. The thing about synchros is that synchros mess up all the time.
What is a synchro?
It's the ability to put a ring that allows a movement of one gear to another. It slides through a fork to engage another gear. They're cut in a certain angle. It's usually made, a brass?
So it helps,
it
helps transition.
What lines up the speed of the transmission to the speed of the engine. So when you go from first to second, it makes sure that those gears are going to mesh properly.
Yep.
So when synchros fail, you have a hard time getting into the gear that the synchros have failed for.
So what do you rebuild? How do you repair that?
Typically either replace the engine with a used unit or take it to like A1, market A1 or something like that.
So, does that answer you?
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
Do you have anything else?
That's it. Have a good
okay,
weekend.
man. Have a good day. And Gilbert, go ahead. What's going on with you, Gilbert?
Hello, Tom.
What's happening?
You hear me?
Yes. I can hear you.
Hey, you guys said insurance is a risk. Well, how come the insurance company, when you buy motor vehicle insurance, as soon as you get into an accident, you pay them to take the risk, and if you get a settlement, they want half of that money or all of it back.
Who does?
The insurance companies.
What do you mean they want it back?
Because like, if you get a settlement, they want to be reimbursed for what they paid out to fix your vehicle or whatever.
I never heard
No,
of
he's
that.
talking about like hospital bills, for example.
Yeah, but not body shops. I mean, I've never heard of them wanting. First of all, MedPay is not reimbursable, and neither is auto body damage. Collision coverage is not reimbursable when you get one. I don't know what you're talking about.
So maybe Mark has it right then, because my cousin got into a motorcycle accident, and when he got his settlement, the insurance company wanted the money settlement because they paid for his bills. Maybe Mark has
Hold
that
on,
right.
hold on. If his health insurance paid for it, his health insurance wants it back because health insurance is for normal health and not accidents. Now, if they will pay for accidents, but if someone else is responsible, they want to be reimbursed. But your auto med pay does not get reimbursed, and your automotive collision does not get reimbursed. So only health insurance gets reimbursed for accidents or asked to. Eric, a quick comment on extended warranties. Go ahead.
Hey, Don. Hey, for anybody out there who does rideshare like Uber and Lyft, if you have an extended warranty, you just might as well just use it for the toilet.
They won't cover you on
commercial
rideshare.
use.
Hey, listen, we're out of time, folks. All I can say is thanks for being here and save all your problems for me. Do you know what I love about Art of Granite? Price quotes on the phone. Art of Granite supplies premier designer countertops and cabinets. A direct importer of stone, granite, and quartz. Visit their showroom in Golden. Wholesale countertop material, custom edges, sinks, cabinets, and from the templating appointment, it takes just 1 week for installation. And when you have the kitchen done, they do the bathroom free. And they tear out everything free. ArtofGranite.net. 303-386-5919.
Do you owe the IRS more than $10,000 in taxes? The government now has tax debt relief programs in place, and you have rights. Call tax representation today. Join satisfied clients like Victoria.
I owe the IRS $32,000. They accepted $300.
She saved $31,700. Leroy owed $21,000.
The IRS accepted $500, and I saved $20,500.
Results may vary, but tax representation can help you. Has the IRS threatened to freeze your bank accounts, take your home, your cars, and garnish your wage? You don't have to fear the IRS any longer if you call tax representation. We are the industry experts with negotiating with the IRS, and one of the very few that has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. We'll contact the IRS the same day, putting a stop to